My ears are cutting out.
Oh, are they?
I was gonna say I could kind of hear I could hear you great. I was trying to follow the chords you were doing. I was like, oh, I don't know where we are anymore. That's fine. Perfecto sounded awesome.
Yeah.
Derek sounded awesome too when I could hear it.
Yeah.
And that's not a diss
Thank
to
you,
Luke either.
Sam.
We just had some.
Oh,
We've tried rescanning a few times.
Some weird frequencies. I think it's just the
flew blind for a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyways, how's it going?
I reached there and I flew too close to the sun. What's going on, everybody? It is Wednesday night, so means it's gear and beer time. Feeling good on a Wednesday.
Feeling good.
Yeah. Our good buddy Perfecto is here, so do us a favor and smash that like button, share the link, whatever you're supposed to do on social media.
Also, let us know if you are watching on the Facebook group or on Facebook today, because Meta made some changes, as they like to do when other companies don't want to cooperate with their terms. So we'll see. Let us know if you're watching on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what you see.
This is what we see. I will say, Manny did a really good cleaning last week. This is a nice.
Yes. Unlike my
Usually
office, this used to look like my office.
Okay.
So.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jake got the chat breaker on the way. Nice.
Oh, chat breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fun one. I'm learning to love it. Well, not learning to love it. I'm using it more now that I've spent some time with it. And it's great, man. It honestly works awesome.
I still think the chat breaker with the tilt boost going into the chat breaker is one of my favorite sounds that Dan and other people have come up with.
Yeah.
Like, let me see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Together,
It's just awesome.
the tilt just makes the low end do the nice thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may have something that you guys will need to build.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I saw.
I like
You
those
saw
ideas.
it, right?
I saw it, yeah.
You
I
saw
heard
it?
it. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's everybody up to? How's everybody's week been? Anybody get any new gear? I don't think I got any new this week.
Flux.
Yeah.
Standing next to Perfecto on day one now with the Yamaha Booyah.
I finally decided on the G50. Now that we've had it out for a while, that's the amp I want to get next. I didn't do it yet, but I've decided that's what I want.
Nice.
Now that I've spent more time testing them, I've decided this is the one I want to go for.
It's immediately familiar.
It is, yeah. I don't know. I was saying to Perfecto earlier, like I have my Mark I, and that's what I've used since I've had it. And the G50 just makes so much sense, I think. So yeah.
That's what I'm plugged into right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Man, your board is laid out and is super accessible and simple, but the tones you're getting are so sick. And,
thank you.
Everything that you have in front of it, I think the fact that you're running that in front rather than in the HX and the loop makes a ton of sense too. The octave stuff and that ambient echo that Joshua. I hadn't tried it. That's a cool pedal.
It's very cool. It's very cool.
Yeah. And that one's in front, eh? Like the other.
No. This is in the loop.
Oh, okay. It is.
So basically, what I did was I slaved the amp's preamp within the loop of the HX stomp.
Gotcha. Cool, man.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the tilt, the hybrid fuzz, and the poly blue octave are in front of the HX.
Okay.
And that goes into the HX, and I have the volume and Y and all that.
Yep.
And then the send goes into the amp input. And then amp send goes back in here, back into the Joshua echo.
Yep.
And then the HX return.
Yep.
And then all the other wet effects.
Gotcha.
And then main out goes back to the return.
Very cool.
Yeah, so basically I'm treating the preamp, G50 preamp, as a stomp box or a module.
That's such a cool routing. I think that's the first time I've seen someone have it that way specifically.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool.
So this volume pedal is actually my gain rider. So So now, and I did it this way so that.
This makes so much sense.
Yeah, I can.
this is very smart.
Yeah, it's basically an on-off pedal board.
Yeah.
Basically, so it's a rig. So when my HX presets are different rigs with different pedals on it, but they all work the same way. So I can click one on and off on the fly, and do combinations and stuff.
Yeah.
And the best part with the temple board system too is with the mod whatever
Everything
4X
can
mod,
just go underneath. It's super easy.
Underneath, and then if I need to use it without an amp, I have presets with the virtual amps inside, and I just use 2 of the things.
You can switch it so the outputs configure for just 2 cable.
Yeah, it switches automatically. Just don't plug anything into the loop B.
And it routes that way.
Routes that way. It's great.
That's so smart, man. That's so cool.
It's great.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's over my head.
And well, it's just so convertible, and too, like we were just saying, like when you got here, we were like, okay, we'll program the amp, and it was just like basically just set it up, dial the preset we want, store, hit your PC command, and boom, it's set up in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
So,
a lot of people don't realize that the HX sends blank MIDI program changes.
Yep.
So you don't have to really do anything with this.
within it,
Right.
Within it.
because each button will send something different to the amp.
Yeah.
So as soon as the amp knows that's what it's getting, that's
Right.
what it will recall.
Nice.
I didn't know that about that unit actually. That's very enticing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
but it's in you send it through preset mode.
Right.
Yeah. So when
Yeah.
I'm in preset mode, I call up the rigs or change the channel on the amp, and then I go into pedal board mode, and that's where I do all the switching. Yeah.
Super cool.
I have the Helix, and I have used it once. So
I believe
so
this
I
is like
tried the
this-
Revv presets in it, and I was like, sounds good.
Yeah.
it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Just like that XFX 3 that is
Yeah.
currently holding your telephone pedal.
Yeah. That telephone pedal's badass, man.
It's sick, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is that? Wait.
He's wondering how the set is from this side, like what you see here.
Oh, okay.
From here over. We
Uh,
don't talk about that.
yeah.
We see all of our friends.
Yeah, we
None
see
of
our
us want to
friends.
go to
There you
jail. Perfecto wants to be able to leave the country, so it'll be good.
Yeah.
You guys have seen what that looks like, or at least most of it, I think. I posted in the Revv community one day.
Oh, there you go, Luke.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
there
go.
it is.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Good job.
We
That's
actually
it.
now, because I'm getting older and I can't see as well. We have like a 60-inch TV so that I can read comments. We used to, oh, dude, when we
I was having issues too. It was
we had
small.
this like small monitor here, like just like a little like 21-inch
like a-
monitor.
okay.
This is
underneath
new
the
within the
camera.
last couple of gear and
Yeah.
beers, this
Okay.
TV.
And I
yeah.
was like, I'd be like, what are they saying? Like, I'm like, can you make the comments bigger?
What did you
Yeah,
say?
come on.
It's like-
Let's go.
You little whippersnappers.
Yeah. So,
Old man yells
Can't
at cloud.
see.
Yeah.
Set from the side.
Telephone pedal, there's 2 now.
Yeah.
yeah, I have a delay version and then the overdrive and distortion version. They're cool. Like, did
Yeah.
you see those pedals?
I saw it.
Yeah,
You posted it.
yeah, they sound good too. Like that's kind of shocking.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, because like you don't expect something that's like a novelty to sound good. Like
Yeah.
normally you expect like okay, it's a
Like good,
gimmick.
like good, or
Yeah, like usable. Like if I'm sure that guy, I think his company's called Pete's Pedals or something. He's out of Denver.
Right,
That's
you
where
got them both the flip side, right?
Yeah, that Tiger pedal that I have, the theremin fuzz, it drives you nuts when I use it. Yeah, that pedal, same dude.
Sorry, when you use it.
Yeah, yes, correct.
Yeah.
Because it does like.
Is it on there?
No, I have the Swarm.
oh, this one. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool pedal, yeah.
I love that.
It actually
Yes.
has a very cool pedal, the Swarm. And the theremin is
yeah.
too. Yeah, you can just make it do some
I
really
had a
obnoxious
gig
stuff.
where it's a classic rock gig. We were playing Highway to Hell.
Oh, yeah?
And for the solo, I step on the Swarm. Everybody's like, "What the hell's happening?"
Fire alarm going off.
Yeah, I know.
I think I've accidentally stepped on it when we're playing at church. I don't know about during service or just during rehearsals, but I have.
Accidentally
that
in heavy
work?
quotations.
Yes, accidentally.
Where was dinner? It was here.
Oh,
we,
man.
We had various treats today.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it was great.
They brought us Jollibee because I commented about the fact that I'd never had it because I'm like, no chicken is worth waiting this long.
Is the wait still that bad?
No.
No,
I
no.
think so. When it
not
opened,
anymore.
it for sure was.
It
Yeah.
used to be
Yeah.
crazy. And then, yeah, so they brought like a bucket of Jollibee chicken and their spaghetti with hot dogs and weird sauce.
Man, it's
It was
good though.
good.
I was
Yeah.
Luke's like, you gotta have a bite after I had already eaten all the other food we had. And I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try it. I was like, it's kind of
And,
sweet actually. It's
and
nice.
the-
Yeah.
Peach mango pie.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome.
Which is like a refreshing
I'm
dessert.
absolutely going to be frequenting Jollibee now. Like instead of me
Jollibee.
saying
Jollibee's killer.
yeah. What's up, Scott? I hope you're feeling better, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, Scott was feeling sick today, so.
Oh, I see.
I think Jollibee over Popeyes. Luke? Uh-oh.
Don't kill me. But
I'll
I mean,
say-
I like
say-
Popeyes better.
The spicy.
You are outnumbered by, there are 4 members of the Winnipeg Filipino community this evening.
You know,
Might as well be a gang. Like the Filipino mafia has descended on route for the evening.
That's why
And it's-
Jollibee moved in.
Yeah. And then they're like, so you didn't like Jollibee?
No,
Probably
no.
Don't like your kneecaps.
whoa,
either,
whoa,
did ya?"
whoa. I liked it.
I will say the spicy was probably better than Popeyes for me. I would say it's equal to Mary Brown's for me. I like Mary Brown's.
Okay.
Yeah, but I like it more than Popeyes.
I had Mary Brown's last week, and it was like, I had the sandwich, and it was just okay. Normally I like it, but
Did you have the spicy Big Mary, though?
I did, yeah, and I normally
Big
am a
Mare?
big fan. It was just okay. Sorry, you were
We,
gonna say.
we had really good brisket though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Derek
Yeah.
did his brisket, which is one of the 2 things that Derek makes that is like insanely good. Yeah, the brisket
Yeah.
is awesome. Yeah, the
There.
brisket and the tacos.
Pulled
That
out all
is
the
the
stops.
most backhanded compliment
wow.
I've ever heard. Like, it's
no,
one
listen,
of the
listen.
2 things
No, no,
that
no, no.
Derek makes.
Hey, what about those boiled hot
What I
dogs?
meant,
Yeah.
okay, those are the 2 things
bud.
you make us when you have time, when you like doing it.
Hey,
right? Like,
bud, what about when I boiled some hot dogs for you?
Those were good.
And I brought ketchup chips.
Ketchup
Some vinegar chips, man.
that wasn't meant to be backhanded.
And I had,
Hey, if you think what I meant is if you have time and you can make the tacos or the brisket, those are the 2 things that you enjoy making
You
that
know
we
what?
really
You're
like.
dead to me.
That's all I meant.
you could have
I
just said
was-
that there is 2 favorites.
I'm
Yeah,
done.
2
I'm
favorites.
done being nice.
You're like, you know what? It's the only 2 things I like eating when you make it. So.
No, that's
Scott,
not,
feel better,
that's
dude.
That's not true.
Yeah.
it's still rough.
Those are the 2 things
Yeah.
you make when you have time and you want to do it, and they're great.
Luke smashed 7 hot dogs.
He
What?
does. Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
really?
8, 7
Luke,
hot
Luke
dogs.
eats 4 pizza puffs
When-
for lunch every day.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we had the hot dogs, I had 7 hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had 2 triples and then a single dog with no bun after. That's what it was. It was
When
great.
you get to be my age, you're gonna be 400 pounds, man.
I'm on track.
Yeah. 400 pounds and
He
6
just
foot
gains
8.
it vertically,
Oh,
it's
dang.
fine.
Yeah.
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 So no, it's been a good food day. We had dim sum for lunch.
Oh, yeah.
like-
that was amazing.
But you go to
It's-
Comfort
That's
Garden.
really good.
Yeah.
That's a good spot.
It's the best dim sum I've had anywhere.
Oh.
Like,
Sully Guitars is here.
What's up, Sully?
hey, what's up,
Hey,
Sully?
Sully.
Man, I
We're-
loved that.
The Raven.
The whatever we had from was it the
Raven.
Yeah, the white.
Which is also like that's a Raven, and his is
They're
his
both-
offset is a Raven.
That's more like
but
more like a
Firebird.
Firebird.
Yeah.
That I will say, Sully, that guitar I really enjoyed playing in NAMM quite a
Yeah.
bit. I picked it up. I'm not usually a fan of guitars that are that
It's a
big.
white one, right?
But I picked it up with the strap, like wearing the strap, and it was like perfectly balanced. Like it was like this thing, yeah, it just feels
The
great.
neck was like
Yeah.
it's proper.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Totally.
not like this. This is a nice guitar, but neck on.
Yeah.
This is still a painted neck.
Yeah,
Although
yeah.
PRS necks don't stick to me like Gibson necks. I don't know enough about why.
It's
so
the nitro.
Sully, we had the name first. Nice. We'll tell Tom that you
Yeah.
know what, he should change it.
Yeah.
Start a war between Sully and Tom Anderson. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're seeing him.
Yeah, next
Next week.
weekend.
Yeah, next week.
Dallas Guitar Show. Anyone here watching come to the Dallas Guitar Show?
Yeah.
I'm realizing it was a very bad idea, but I'm doing that by myself.
Oh, really?
So you're coming.
I'm
So
coming.
that's good.
I'll be
Yeah.
there.
He's not driving with you.
No, the last time I was there, though, he offered. And I was like, I don't know. I'm going to be gone like 5 days of driving if I'm going to go. Because I was going to go see a bunch of guitar stores on the way there. Now, probably not as much. But, yeah, the last time we were in Dallas, we did it was 2018. We had just launched a G3 pedal. I was there, I think, with Kyle Karich, and it was not that busy for us.
Mm-hmm.
But NAMM this year had 68,000 people is what they say was there this year, okay?
Okay.
And Dallas says they had 15,000 last year. So where we are as a brand today versus where we were in May of 2018,
Mm-hmm.
I realized that I probably shouldn't be at the show by myself. But
Yeah.
but everybody's either on tour or Luke's in a wedding, and
Yeah.
so it's And it's tough when I'm like, yeah, hey, I'm gonna go for 9 days.
I mean,
Yeah.
we at the same time we do need to keep people building product here. So
Yeah. People would like to get the things that.
Yeah, that they ordered.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pre-pandemic, I did the Dallas Guitar Show for Sully.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2008, 2019 and 2018, 18, 19, and 20, I think.
Okay.
And then we have a Cinco de Sully night.
Yeah. You were telling me about that.
Yeah, so we're doing a Cinco de Sully at the Will Call Bar in Deep Ellum.
That's
and
the day before, the Thursday.
May 3rd, Friday.
Oh, Thursday. Okay.
Friday,
That's
yeah.
a cool
it's
area.
Friday. Yeah, so it's like all the Sully artists on stage, and Sully will be playing as well, and it's a fun time.
Very
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward. I haven't been to Dallas where I was there for more than like I'm driving through. I'm here for an hour. I
Okay.
haven't been in Dallas for. Yeah.
Actually, I went.
Since 2018.
I've been to Dallas enough to have a sandwich named after me.
What is
Really?
the sandwich?
It's the Perfecto Pesto chicken sandwich.
Where is it?
It's a Guitars and Growlers in Richardson.
Oh yeah, you were
man.
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
that place.
That's a
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
place.
That's sick.
Yeah. It's funny.
You made it.
I like sandwiches.
It's a sandwich.
I think it's Armando asked, what's a good tube amp from Revv for someone who has been a solid state combo amp user? I want a versatile one, clean to high gain. Do you want a combo or do you want a head and cabinet? Because if you want a combo, we don't have one that will do clean to high gain. You
Yeah,
need a pedal
mostly
to do high
clean,
gain.
yeah.
Combos are more pedal platforms, but like depending on the size format you like a G20 or a G50 would do what you wanted.
Yeah.
I'd probably recommend the G50. A G50's got the stereo two notes out and also 3 channels. There's a clean, a crunch, and a high gain, whereas the G20 is just clean and high gain.
Yeah.
And the high gain will back off pretty nice. Sean actually did some videos recently, or like
What's up, Mitch?
reels of like mid-gain G20 tones, and it does it quite well. But having 3 channels obviously is
Yeah.
more
I was gonna
versatile.
say, if you're
Yeah.
wanting to like kind of dip your toe in, I would either get the G20 with a 1x12 cabinet, or honestly, I would even look at like just get a D20 with some pedals, and a 1x12 cabinet would be, or D25.
D25 with
yeah,
pedals.
D25 with the
pedals.
G3
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like a tilt overdrive.
It's a,
Yeah.
it's a good move.
I have a patch on my board with a D25, and I swapped the preamp with an HX preamp
Cool.
with one of the Marshalls or the
Yeah,
Revv
yeah.
in there, and that works too.
Nice.
Yeah.
I gotta do some of that type of stuff sometime.
Yeah.
Figure out how half the shit I own works.
Well, it's just it's literally like
What's up, Kevin?
you could do it with what you have now
Yeah.
if you had something that was a preamp. You just have to route it a specific way.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
s-
with the H90, there's lots of routing options on that too.
Totally. That has enough in and outs that you could do it
Yeah.
within that rig.
You make the mistake of thinking that I know how to use this, or that I even know the like
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying you
preset
can.
that I
You
like.
could.
I'm just saying you could.
You have the capability.
Yes.
He also has a gig rig G3 here somewhere.
Oh, okay.
So-
There you go.
Yeah, I had the RJM Mastermind too, but I got rid of that because I got the gig rig.
Okay.
I've decided that I'm actually going to like work on building my pedal board, and by I mean Manny is going to work on building my pedal board for me. But I'm gonna I gotta go through because we've got so many pedals. I want to go through and be like, okay, do I actually want these 3 pedals? Because to be honest, I never use the Mobius. The timeline in the Big Sky, while they sound great, my timeline has broken multiple times and is still currently somewhat broken. And
So's this.
the L cap that we have is broken, and like there's a lot of Strymon stuff that when it has a problem, it becomes a tone suck instantly, and the top end disappears.
This thing drops like 6 dB in volume as soon as you turn it on.
Oh, really?
And then
Yeah.
what I've done now is I've turned it on and it's dropped, and I've just turned my amp up.
Try smacking it.
Yes.
It's also
Yes.
super
We-
dark too.
It's very
Yeah,
dark.
the top end goes when that's what I
Oh,
noticed on
yeah.
the delays, that the top end goes, and we have another L cap here because we used to have those on boards for NAMM, and the other L cap started doing the same thing. So shout out to Strymon for the fact that all of my stuff I have from them breaks. But
It sounds phenomenal.
But yeah, like I have like the Source Audio Collider and the best news of the week though. It's not a new gear day, but it is a kind of a new gear day for me yesterday. Somehow, miraculously, my Line 6 DL4 that has been missing from this shop
You didn't hear this, Luke?
for 8 years, that it grew legs one day. Dan found it in a box that I have never seen before in the shop here, and he's like, hey, he sends me a picture. He's like, is this your Line 6 pedal you were looking for? I'm like, yep, sure is.
It
So
hid.
I have no idea where it went or how it has come back to me, but that was one of my favorite delay pedals ever, like the old DL4.
Yeah, the DL4.
There was nothing doing what that did when it came out.
Yeah.
It was definitely ahead of the curve, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, for as much as people will rip on the pod just because it's easy, Line 6 was always way ahead on that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're 100%. And, like, the HX, the effects, like, sound great.
This is like several years old already.
Yeah.
And it's still in use.
Yeah, and it still sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you and I are old enough to remember this. He's too young. But do you remember the Line 6 Flex Tone amps?
I remember
Yeah.
Flex Tones.
Flex Tones.
You don't try to play with us. Come on now.
Yeah,
You're like, I saw my grandpa.
It's okay, Sam. I don't remember them.
It's the Flex
Yeah,
Stone and then
Didn't grow
the
up in
Johnson.
music
You had the
stores where my
Johnson,
dad's
right?
worked, That's fine.
You're like, people would bring them in to trade in, and I would be like, yeah, this isn't cool like the 80A MP1 yet.
No.
There's a pawn shop nearby that would take them.
Yeah. The Flexstone, I remember like I rip on Sam about it because when I owned one, it was probably like 1998 or 1999. So you were
6.
Yeah, that's why. So I realize you know what it is. But like it was like the precursor to the Spider. And I remember when I got one, I was teaching guitar lessons at the time, and I was like, this thing is awesome for this because I could take this one little combo amp, kind of like the Katana is now for people.
Yeah.
Like, I could take this one little combo amp, and I could show you how to play Where the Streets Have No Name or any other, any other riff that needed effects.
Get in the ballpark.
Yeah,
at least.
exactly. And then same with writing songs. I remember I was at, I'll drop names on the floor and try to beg you for it. So I was at Tremonti's house. The first time I went to his place, I was going over
You've
there.
been more than once?
Yes, that?
Have you been more than once?
Yeah. Yes.
Flex.
Thanks, Sam. Not as many times as you've been to Posties, but Sam and Post Malone are like.
Oh,
best.
really?
Yeah, like
Yeah?
besties. Yeah.
Oh.
No. Anyway, when I went to Mark's, I mean, he has an unbelievable amp collection, right?
Okay.
Like he's got
I can't
Dumbles and
imagine.
Dumble modded Fenders and like Comets and like a train wreck. Like he's got such cool shit. And I remember when I walked into his place, the first thing that caught my eye wasn't the Dumble that he had sitting out. He had a Johnson Millennium 2x12 combo.
Oh, man.
And I was like,
Was that before you got yours?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I told him, I'm like, you know what, man? I'm like, I gotta tell you, the thing that impresses me the most in this room is that. Like, I'm like, I wanted the Johnson Millennium so badly in the 90s.
Yeah.
And
How much were they back then?
dude,
They weren't cheap.
no, they were.
No,
they were
they're not cheap.
20
They were like good amps,
like
yeah.
2,500 bucks Canadian at the time.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy
It
expensive.
was like the peak of that type of tech.
You literally could buy a triple rectifier, or you could buy the Johnson Millennium head.
Crazy.
And
That's when they thought that it did a lot more,
Yeah.
like the kitchen sink and all that.
well, I remember like the RP20 and like all of the Digitech RP stuff, and I was like, yeah, this is like a Digitech RP20 or the Digitech 2112.
2112,
Right?
2110.
Built into an amp. So I remember saying to Mark, I'm like, this thing impresses me the most. And he starts laughing. He's like, you know what? He's like, the funny thing about that, he's like, I rode higher on that amp. And I was like, that amp paid for everything in this room. And he's like, I couldn't sell it for $400. And I'm like, I got $400 for you right now. And he's like, I'm going to sell that for $20,000 to somebody who wants to own a piece of history. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy a Johnson Millennium for $20,000.
That's
But yeah.
amazing.
But then I found one of them like at a pawn shop, like the head for like $300.
Okay.
Last year, right
year,
around
yeah.
this time, on the way to the weird NAMM, like the April NAMM
Yeah,
show.
yeah, yeah.
And
Oh, yeah, that was a year.
when I bought it,
Two NAMMs in the last year. That's kind of a weird
Yeah.
thing.
yes, exactly.
This was
Yeah.
just good.
True. Thank you, Robbie. So when I bought it, I sent a picture to Mark. He's like, yeah, you got one. And I'm like, you still have yours? He's like, I'm not getting rid of it. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, don't. I'm like, I would never. But yeah, like cool stuff. And like when you talk about like Line 6 or any of those companies being ahead of the curve, like they were way ahead of the curve.
Way to it.
And really, in Line 6's case, apart from the Helix, I think the only reason that the Boss Katana has kind of surpassed them in the amps is that the Spider just got ripped on so badly.
Yeah.
And I remember when Fricker ripped on the Spider so hard, I was like, dude, where else? Like, I'm like, man, if I was a kid wanting to start out playing now, and I'm like, when I was a kid, I bought like an old tube amp that was like no name brand, piece of shit that weighed probably 70 or 80 pounds, that I was 13, like 12 or 13, trying to haul this thing around and couldn't get any distortion out of it really, like it just fuzzed out. So I had to buy like a DOD pedal that even back in Canada in the 90s, they were like $100 and some, which like when I think about what I paid for a DOD hard rock distortion now versus what a pedal costs, like, I mean, I paid 120 or 130 bucks in 1994.
Yeah.
93, 94. Like in today's money here, that's $500.
Yeah.
And that pedal is a grade A piece of shit. Like it sounds terrible. But like, so for somebody starting out today, like the Spider was like, it was like 150 bucks Canadian. I'm like, how can you argue with the insane setting for 150 bucks?
Dude, when I moved to the U.S. 2004, I moved here, no credit and all that. My first home amp was a Spider.
Yeah.
And it did everything. I plugged it straight to my computer. It was my interface, and I did all that stuff here. I taught online with it. I mean, it's of course you outgrow it, but all the usability of it. It's everything that it gives you for that not a lot of money.
There was nothing
for somebody
at that
starting
time
out.
that had that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, and it got cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. I mean, I remember when I bought the Flex Tone in the late 90s when I was teaching, it probably cost me $400 for this, used for a combo, like $400 or $500, right? And I mean, now you can buy like the Katanas, you can buy them new for like $300.
Yeah. And,
like, in Canadian.
I did the
money.
Line 6 Catalyst amp demos too, and those sound pretty good. I like them over the Katanas. The Katanas have this stiff mid-range, that boss thing.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yep.
The kind of square
Yeah.
mid-range. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. But the Line 6 stuff sounded great.
Yeah, I mean, like the limited time I've spent with the Helix, I've been impressed with how everything sounds, and I totally understand why people take that and do the whole gig. I mean, when I was in a band, for writing songs, I had the XT Live floorboard.
XT Live, yeah.
And
I have one of those still at my house.
Did I ever tell you the story about when I sold it?
No.
How this guy thought he like had me over a barrel and like he was all proud of himself. So what happened was I had it listed for like 150 bucks, and the guy's like, and the display like wouldn't really work. It was super dim, and I said like, he comes, he says, well, hey, he's like, will you take 120? Because in the guys that are from Winnipeg will understand this. If there's anything listed on Kijiji or Craigslist here, whatever the price is, you can't pay that.
Yeah.
You have to pay less.
Yeah.
And
That's how Winnipeg works.
Yeah. The W in Winnipeg stands for wholesale. We don't buy anything for retail. So that's right. So so this guy was like, would you take 120? And I'm like, sure, man. Like I just want to get rid of it. Right? And he's like, hey, shake on it. And I'm like, what? Like, what are we doing? Like, dude, what are we, 2 years old? I'm like, dude, yeah, sure.
Did it display it on his hand?
I'm like, better idea. Put your money out, and then it's yours. So anyway, he gives me the cash. He's like, want me to show you something? And I'm like, what's that? And he's like, check this out. And he goes in and he like darkens up the display so he can read it. He's like, it just wasn't set right. And I was like, cool story, bro. Get out of my house. Yeah, so
I'm cool. I knew it had a like a display adjuster.
Kevin, I appreciate you not haggling with me. It's funny, like I have some stuff that I've been selling because I made a deal with my wife that like I bought the 1980 Les Paul Custom, and I'm like, I'll sell some things so that I'm not just accumulating more and more and more. And so I listed a bunch of stuff, and the amount of lowball offers that I get, that I'm like, no man, I don't need to sell any of this. Well, you're here. There's no room for any more stuff.
Right.
So I'm like, if I'm asking $2,000 for something, I want $2,000 for it. I might take $1,900, but Kevin bought my Adam Jones Les Paul, and I appreciate Kevin not haggling.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I am the type of person though that I immediately just send a, will you take X amount in cash? And they're like, no. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
It should be at least like a serious offer, you know, and not like something stupid like half off or something.
I mean, I've done that to people and I've got it sometimes. So I get annoyed when it happens to me, but it has worked out for me.
It would take 500 and a lawnmower.
I listed
500 and a lawnmower.
Yeah, I've gotten weird ones like that. It's like
somebody asked. I can't remember what I had listed for sale, but somebody asked if they could trade me a car for it.
Oh, really?
And it was something that was only worth like $2,000 or $3,000. I'm like, what kind of car are you going to give me that this is a worthwhile? No. Devin, will you take $300 for that 2K guitar? Sure, man. Just come on down to the shop, bring it. Be here at about 11 o'clock tonight, and just wait till we open the door.
Yeah.
I'll do you one better. I was selling a $2,500 handmade acoustic guitar. Somebody messaged me with $50. You know, and I said no, and it was probably Spanish, and he goes, "¿Por qué?"
Why?
Why?
I saw, on the internet, you never know if anything's
Oh.
real. But it was like some dude posting a text thread of him and like some guy who's trying to haggle him for something. And I don't know if this is real, but it was like something that was listed for like $1,000, and some guy messages like 200. He's like, yeah, sure, okay, dude, but you have to meet me like right now.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. He's like, okay, this is the address. And the guy pulls up and he's like, I'm here. He's like, okay. He's like, in the comedy club. He's like, yeah, walk in and go tell your jokes to someone else.
No, I saw that. That was perfect.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, what kind of beer?
Yeah, exactly. No. No, I mean, I appreciate getting a good deal on things. On Reverb, it's my favorite that you get people who know that like the lowball amount is 33 or 35% or whatever, so they offer like just under that. So like that S2 that I'm selling, there's a guy who offered me, I think I had it listed in the US for like $1,700, and he offered, that must not have had the lowball thing on, because he offered $1,200.
Okay.
So I replied back, I'm like, $1,750? And he's like, replies back like, $1,300. And I'm like, 18? And I just keep going up.
Yeah.
Like, no, dude, like, come on. Like, give your head a shake.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, what kind of beer?
Seller's choice.
Luke's all in if it's just like, honestly, if you just gave him $500 worth of PBR.
Yeah.
Like,
99, the 99 can pack.
That's
that's
a real.
only $100 in the. It was.
Yeah, it is a thing.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 99 can PBR.
It's
pack.
time.
It's
In
time.
the glorious country of America.
It's great.
Yes.
I'm sure you could find it here. Go to Alberta somewhere.
Yeah. Edmonton's got it.
Yeah. Fort Mac definitely
Yeah.
has it.
Where's everybody watching from tonight? We get lots of people watching and never comment. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Location.
Smash that like button for us. I know I said that once, but
I saw there was someone from Tijuana.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
Yeah.
That's sick.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, if you guys have any questions for Perfecto or want to hear any sounds, like some of the tones you got dialed in are just so cool.
I
man.
actually have a couple of tones I want to show you guys.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear it,
Yeah.
man. Because when you were doing like already just from hanging with you, like pointing out that PAF thing or this and this, it's like, oh no, you know how you have all this dialed. It's like, and I'm really curious now. You know?
Okay.
nice.
So
Facebook works.
Facebook.
John. Nice.
Nice.
I'll just point that out about this. So this is our good buddy TJ Silger's PRS SC250. I have almost the same guitar, same color, but his has a 1958 PAF in it. So
A real PAF.
Yeah, a real one. Mine has a single piece quilt top, which is cool, but I think having a real 58 PAF is substantially cooler. But yeah. So that's what I have, and I have that because of some of the tones that you're going to show us too with the real PAF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Robbie. So this is a Shabbat Guitars Lion Floyd
Where
Rose.
is this made?
This is made in Los Angeles.
Okay.
It's by Avi Shabbat and his little team of elves.
The minions.
and this is easily like one of the best guitars I've ever played.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
You let me try it earlier.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
absolutely love it. Yeah.
In the last NAMM show, there's he took one of his guitars to the Plek booth, to be measured, right? And dude, there's two graphs. One graph is the ideal, where the machine will adjust your guitar to, and the next graph is the actual what the guitar is measured at right now.
Yep.
The graphs match almost perfectly.
Nice.
And he does his frets by hand.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, so he doesn't need a FLEC machine.
Yeah.
And every guitar he does plays like this is like super low action, but nothing chokes out. I can pull on the Floyd and all that. Yeah. And Sam was digging the flutter of the Floyd Rose
love
too.
it, man. Yeah, it was so sick. Yeah.
I mean, check this out. Oop. Oh, I'm on a tuner. Can't check that out.
Set up like but it's just so responsive when you want it to do that. Though is the thing, like it's set up like that, but when you're playing it, it's not like it's like,
it's not fighting you.
It's still stable.
Well,
yeah.
Also, and this could just be that all of the Floyds I have are like older and different, but I haven't had a Floyd where the bar was that tight.
Oh,
like that snug the way that it is,
Yeah.
but still easy to move. Right?
That's my setting.
Okay.
That's my setting. I do. I have a couple of hacks for the Floyd Rose bar.
Okay.
If you have the one with the screw-on thing.
Yeah.
The old Fender tremolo trick is to put a piece of little spring, right?
Yeah.
Use a piece of earplug foam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so stick it in the hole.
Stick the plug in the hole.
I'm with you.
Yeah, stick the plug in the hole. Screw it in.
Yeah. It's funny how all guitar stuff is like something, you know? Like
and whack on it.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh
That's what
god.
you do all day.
Okay. So anyway, so now the foam will expand and push against the bar and make it tight.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's one hack. This Floyd Rose is actually the 84, which is their like top of the line, whatever.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And this has the old screw collar in it. What you need to do is you need to tighten the screw from underneath.
Yeah.
And then this will just move on its own.
It moves easily, but it doesn't move on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It still loosens on me sometimes. So once in a while during the gig, I'll do one of these.
Right.
Yeah.
Put it back into place.
That's part of
Will
it.
it lock out like if you keep going?
No, because now the collar is the one moving, not the bar.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
the whole mechanism is
The whole
rotating,
mechanism,
so it doesn't lock.
yeah.
Got it.
But it's
Nice.
I got it tight.
Yeah.
So that's this one, and this is the first guitar they made with the snake head, with a Floyd Rose, because this is sort of their signature.
Yeah.
But only on like standard regular tremolos and stuff,
Non-Floyd
non-Floyds, and hardtails.
Was it all?
Yeah,
This?
because
Yeah.
Michael's isn't like that.
No,
Nielsen's is the.
Nielsen, this guitar and Nielsen's guitar were made around the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Similar vibe, but
yeah.
definitely different headstock. Because the headstock on Nielsen's reminds me of like the Friedman headstocks, right? Like it's got the.
Yeah, and this
Shabbat.
is reversed. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I chose this color, like it's like flip flop purple, over a sunburst. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on how the light hits it, it's like
Yeah.
totally different.
yeah. And then pickups are Lawlers, coil splits. It splits to the screw coils.
Cool.
So it's
Better.
like this. This sounds more like a Strat, and together they sound more like Telly.
I was gonna say that if you do in the middle, it would be like a telly.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's what it's a 5-way, but on my RSTDs, that's what the splits do. It's just like there's one where you can do these coils and then the inners, but this one gives you the telly vibe like right away.
Yeah.
Which is really, it's like the Ibanez thing, I guess.
Exactly.
Right? Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So even though with the
Yeah.
Floyd you get that
Yeah.
spanky twanginess.
Yeah.
So I like it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Such a cool guitar, man.
Thank you. Thank you
First
so
time
much.
getting to play one, like Derek was talking about you bringing it, and he's like, I can't wait to try that thing out because heard a lot about them, but yeah, it lives up for sure.
It is. Yeah. They're and it's great. They're great people too. Great company. Great people to work
That
with.
always makes such a difference.
Yeah.
Easy people to work with. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, nothing against Fender or Gibson, but I think there's pretty much no chance that I would buy one of their custom shop guitars over the volume of, like, boutique builders / luthiers that can build you something you know, light years better in my opinion. That feels way better, has better functionality. They're more meticulous about, like the fact that if you plec it or you like measure it, that it's identical, right? Like you get that from boutique builders, and honestly, man, any of the Fender custom shops I've played have been actually kind of not great. So, and they're like $10,000 to $20,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, like Luke just posted like the John Mark guitar that I have, which does need the weather. It's
thought it was
here.
on the rack.
It's on the
right
boat.
here. It needs a little bit of a neck adjustment now because the neck is pretty raw. But like,
That's the one you picked up on the drive back.
yeah,
right?
In
and
Bismarck,
it's killer, and it was $1,500, and
Yeah.
it sounds great. It's got gold foils. Like I said, you know, it's moved a bit because everything here is moving. But yeah, this guitar for $1,500, I told him after I bought it, kind of like the guy with the Line 6, like with the pedal to me about like we're good at 120.
Yeah.
I was like, just so you know, like you should be charging probably minimum $2,000, probably $2,500 to $3,000 for the quality of what you're doing. I'm like, because they're great. I'm like, but and he's like, well, I'm trying to get my name out there. I'm like, yeah, no, I get it. I'm like, but just so you know, I've played.
Yeah. Don't stay there for too long.
Played
I've
way worse
played-
guitars for less money.
Oh, dude, I've played, so many guitars that are
Yeah.
like ridiculous. Like, you know, you get guys that there's no one watching. I'm not going to out any companies, and it's no one that we all really know. But you get people who message you and say, hey, can I put a guitar at your NAMM booth? And a lot of the time it's companies we have no relationship. I've never played one of their guitars. And when I first did Summer NAMM, I agreed, and I had a guy come bring guitars to Summer NAMM. And it was the last time I ever agreed to do it where I didn't play the guitars first because the guitars were awful. Like, wouldn't intonate.
Yeah.
I remember, were you at that? No. When Ronnie came to Summer NAMM, were you there?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember we had these guitars from I don't think they're around anymore. They're called Killer Bee. Do you remember we had one that was a Les Paul that he had drilled the bridge posts wrong so it would not intonate? But it was the best looking out of all of his guitars.
Was it 2016
Yeah.
when Liam was there with Jackson and those guys?
I don't remember.
I remember going with Ronnie. It would have been 2016. if it was
Yeah.
Liam, but yeah.
I think it was with Ronnie. But
Yeah.
anyway, I told him, I'm like, he's like, wanted to put it on. I'm like, dude, we can't put this guitar out. Like, it won't intonate. Like, you can't tune it. Everything is out of tune. He's like, oh, but it looks so good. He's like, yeah, I messed this up. I'm like, I don't care how good it looks. I agree it looks good. I'm like, somebody's going to plug that in. It's going to sound bad, and they're going to think it's our amps that sound like they're going to have a bad first impression with our amp. I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
And we had one other time where there was another guy who was building like 7-string fan fret, like $3,000 like metal guitars. And he wanted us to use it at NAMM, and this was when Trey Xavier was working for us, helping with social media stuff. So Trey told me about it, and I said, have you ever tried this guy's guitars? He's like, no. He's like, but they look really cool. I would love to do it. So I called the guy, and I'm like, here's the deal. I'm like, if you want to have guitars at our booth, somebody from our company, you have to ship one to us first. We're not going to keep it. We know what it's like to be a small company. I'm like, but we have to try stuff.
Sully's guitars are great, dude. That wasn't Sully.
Oh no, dude.
No.
Honestly,
Robbie's buying one. I think that's why he's joking.
yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh, no. Robbie's buying a Sully. Robbie's friends with him.
Yeah.
He's being a shithead.
Yeah.
For anyone who sees it out of context.
No, I don't even remember the name of this company, and it was like a single guy that was a builder, and like the guitar, I said, here's the deal, you got to send it to one of us, so it's up to you if you want to do it, because I know it's expensive to ship something not knowing if you're getting anything out of it. I said, and I got to warn you, if you're shipping a 7-string, it's got to go either to Sam, or at the time I was like, it could go to Trey. I'm like, but just be prepared that like we may say no, and that we don't think it's a good fit. Yeah. So the guitar showed up, and Trey calls me, and he's just like, no, man. Yeah. Like, he's like, it's not terrible. It's just not ready. And I said, okay. I'm like, well, I'll tell you what. So I put Trey in contact with this dude, and I just said, like, hey, I'm like, tell him what needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
Right? Tell him what he needs to change. And Trey said, he's like, if it hadn't been for these couple of minor issues, he's like, I would have been like, yep, 100%. He's like, the guitar looks cool as shit. There's just a couple of minor issues. And the guy went back and fixed everything. And I don't know if Trey ended up demoing one of his guitars, but like they started talking afterwards. And I'm like, so you didn't get nothing out of it? But I learned my lesson after that first Summer NAMM. And I'm pretty sure the company was called Killer Bee Guitars.
Okay,
and
I remember that.
It was real rough. But we get that where people will be like, hey, you want to come try this? And you go try it and you're like, oh no.
Well, at NAMM too, the worst thing that can happen to your booth is for someone to see something cool, pick it up, and 5 seconds later put it down and walk away.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So it's not, and that's not even your amp. It's like it's the guitar, and it's not part of your booth.
Yep. Oh yeah. That's the other thing that is tricky, and like that some people don't get is like, you know, not to sound like an asshole, but like, we're not at NAMM to sell your guitars.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Or to whatever your product is. So you're trying to explain to somebody that like, we're happy to have them there, and if it helps you and your brand, like we're all for it. But if you're like, I had somebody who wanted to come and wanted to hang out and like help people with stuff, right? And I was like, I don't think so. The only guy I've ever said yes to with that is Rich Rankin from James Tyler Guitars.
Okay.
That's because Rich and I are really close friends, and I'm like, absolutely, Rich, right?
Yeah.
And James Tyler Guitars are so good that they can have the shittiest looking headstock in all of guitars,
And no one will care.
and no one cares because it's a complete like f you to the rest of us. That it's just like, you know what? Deal with how ugly this is.
It was so
And
funny.
you will.
You're gonna love it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron came to our booth. Aaron Marshall came to our booth and tried that one we had this year, and he was just like so into it. And he's like, honestly, I love the headstock. And then the rest of the theme, like anytime someone come to booth, he'd be like, yes or no. He would just start taking polls on it.
Yeah.
Some people were like, and then they played it and they're like, yeah.
No, it's the same
fine.
thing. It's the same thing with this headstock. A lot of people are polarized by this. It's like
I don't mind that though because
Yeah.
it's subtle. Like the Tyler to me is so loud.
yeah.
This is
I
very
don't love it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It looks to me like they spent all their time and money, and then they got here and were like, "Oh shit, we're out of money. Quick!"
It's like it's like that horse drawing, like
Yes.
the meme.
But- But no offense to Avi, because I do love the look of the one that's on.
Yeah.
On Michael's.
And I will
So-
say it's very well designed in terms of just how everything is like
Yeah, and it
working.
pulls straight.
Like ergonomically, it's
Yeah.
it's perfect. Like, you
Like-
know, there's a reason it's like that.
This guitar stays in tune with the wild whammy bar work, even with the
Based on all
yeah.
of that, yes,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
And
So
it's
you
got
can-
vintage tuners too.
Yeah, where you drop
Okay.
in.
Yeah.
Sebastian's asking, we'll go through each of us. I'll go last. Expensive amplifier or expensive guitar?
Ah,
You want to go
Amp,
first?
Amp, 100%.
Okay.
guitar.
I think I'm going to go guitar as well.
Okay, what's the context though? Because like, I feel like you can take an amazing guitar and if you play it through a shit amp, it's still gonna sound like that. Like you might play better, but it's still gonna sound bad. If I had a crappy guitar and put it through like any of these amps, I could probably make it sound okay. I guess if it didn't stay in tune, it would sound like crap anyway though.
To me, it's not about that. To me, my problem is if I have to fight to play it, I'm going to play poorly, and it doesn't matter how good the
Yeah.
amp sounds.
Okay, yeah.
So to me,
by that,
I want.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the real answer is if I can't afford both, it is middle of the road both.
Yeah,
Like
actually.
it is import. Like get me an import Schecter or something that I know is going to be like stable, right? And then get me some middle, like get me a Fender with a pedal. No offense to Fender saying that it's middle of the road.
For me, I would gig with this guitar even through the Line 6 Catalyst amp.
Yeah.
I would do that
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
Mostly
might be
because
selling
it's the comfort thing.
Yeah.
If you're fighting the guitar or
Muscle memory's gone.
yeah, so or if the guitar is just a tool that doesn't really inspire you to play, but you can play what you can anyway.
Yeah.
I'd rather have fun playing my guitar.
Yep.
Yeah, than trying to make things work.
That's
you know?
all perfectly valid, yeah. I think in that, based
Yeah.
on those arguments, I would definitely agree with that. I guess it's just one of those things where if I was to think about it, like if I was recording something or whatever,
Yeah.
like if I had a great amp, I'm sure I could, you know, in a,
Well, if you were
Right.
recording like on a multi-platinum record,
yeah, you want a good amp. Or
you
like
want a good
something.
you want a good amp or you want a good guitar too, because you want to deliver. You want to deliver your best chops, right?
I mean, I just
yeah.
want what looks cool. Like, it doesn't matter how
Yeah.
well it plays, as long as I look badass doing it if I'm on stage.
That's the thing,
it,
too.
right?
And,
I
you can also always record DI and fix it in
Yeah.
plugins, you know.
Yeah, you guys win. I get it.
I will say, like, In Search of Tone was making a good comment, and I mean, it is kind of like, you know, what's the South Park thing? Your choice between a giant douche and a turd sandwich.
Yeah, I just watched that episode.
Yeah, like, it's pretty
so
much
good.
the same thing. Where
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
I
Two
want.
suck, but you gotta choose one that sucks less.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I would say if I was recording, I might go with the shittier guitar and the better amp.
Well, no, like I said, you can get a good guitar, record it DI, and then it'll be plugins.
Yeah, but then you're still kind of cheating because you still have to have like the ability to manufacture the sound somehow to make it good.
yeah,
like-
but you'll play better. Because you're
Yeah.
basically recording is
But- yeah.
documenting a good performance.
Except the only thing I'll say about that is
Yeah.
that I can have my guitar, but if the amp is super stiff and shitty, I don't play well. Like the first time I played a Dumble, I played the one at Blackbird. Next time, well, I shouldn't say next time. Whenever the time comes that we're both in Nashville, we'll go there and
Okay.
do that. And like the one at Blackbird in Nashville, it sucks. Like it's really stiff. It's not not fun to play. You played it, right, Sam?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. No one's here who played it.
Dorian
except me.
did.
Dorian did. It's not fun to play. So even having like your best guitar there, it doesn't matter because everything just feels like notes die so
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
Like there's no sustain and it feels terrible. Where you can give me the insane setting on the Spider.
And you
know-
prefer that?
Yeah. Well, with a good guitar, I would. Yeah, no. But I could play our amps with like, well, like that's a Chinese knockoff Telecaster up there. Like we could play that guitar.
Okay,
that's great.
Let's put it in context. If you're doing a bar gig,
Yeah.
I can play anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm recording something, I want the best interface for my
Yeah, yeah.
fingers.
Fair.
Right? So that means the best guitar.
Yes. Okay. I'm with
Right.
you there because you
I
can
agree with that.
because the same thing.
Yeah.
You can DI it and
Yeah.
I
So-
will say this, I wouldn't take out most of my high-end guitars if I was playing actual gigs and bar gigs anymore.
Exactly.
Like I wouldn't take
Oh no, I take a.
No, you play actual gigs.
No.
Don't sell yourself short.
But
Come
you
on.
and I playing at church isn't a gig.
Yeah,
Just
it
so
is.
you know.
Come on.
No. But
Yeah.
come on now.
Yeah.
Settle down. We play 3 songs and we're done. Four. Sorry.
Four.
4. We repeat the chorus 3 times and then we're done. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the question should be is, do you want an inspired performance or do you just want to get it over with?
yeah, yeah.
You know?
I get it.
I think the real question is, how can you get a second job and afford good stuff? Like get both.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna play way better. That's the thing I tell everybody about high-end guitars too. Because people will say like, well, you know, not everyone can afford a $4,000 guitar or a $5,000 guitar.
It doesn't have
And-
to be.
No, but they'll say like, you know, so like there's not really that much of a difference. And I tell everybody the same thing. The same thing can be said about a high-end amplifier. To be honest, at a show, no one knows. You can play a Kemper, you can play the new Tonex 1 for $180 soon. So yeah, if you didn't
I
get
played
enough
it-
of that today, all of you, there's our Tonex 1 reference for you. But you can play that with, you know, with a Squire, and as long as the guitar is in tune, literally no one that's there watching is going to notice any
Yeah.
different. But oh man, you might be miserable doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So, you know, Like,
how much fun do you want to have while doing it?
high-end gear is for the player more than it is for the audience.
Yeah, exactly.
And I will say, if you are going to go play with, like, if you're going to go and you're going to work with, you know, high-end, actual real record producers, I think that you got to have.
That's actually a good point. There's more great cheap guitars than great cheap tube amps.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
That's why you have a Katana.
Yeah. There's lots of great solid state options and all of the modeling options that are out there. Like what you have there, like you could do gigs with what you have
Yeah.
direct into the PA.
Yeah.
Without a problem.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, you know, but I mean, you have that, and you ask like, "Hey, have you got an amp that I can run with it?" Because it's still better.
I would always prefer an app.
Yeah.
For the better part of the past up until 2023, I was pretty much gigging every weekend. There was a time I pretty demoed every multi-effect. For my YouTube channel, and I'd go direct. I'd set up in 5 minutes. Great sound, it's easy to do, and I did the job, right?
Yeah.
And then I went to the Philippines. I had a generator 120 cranked with the masters at 12 and 1.
Yeah.
Just it had great monitors. It didn't hurt our ears even at that high volume, and it was like, oh. And then when I got back to playing with in-ears and going direct, it's like for some reason it's like I was irritated. It's like, and I couldn't put a finger on it at first.
There's no space.
Yeah, it's
man,
what's
there is
wrong?
nothing
It's so
like
direct and it's so jarring.
Yeah.
I mean, even just like sounds great in my ears. When I walked in here, you were like, you got to try Perfecto's rig right now.
In the cab.
And it's plugged through a 4x12 cab, and I sit down and I'm immediately like,
Yeah, Van Halen, yeah.
And it was there.
And I'm like, it's so gratifying, because the other thing that, I find that whenever you're running direct, your dynamics just don't translate the same.
No.
You know what I mean? Like you let up a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's still.
And that's kind of why I've realized that when I'm playing in a band with ears, I like myself, like, honestly, a bit below what I'm hearing mostly, because I'm way too conscious. Otherwise, like, if I'm way in the front of everything else, I'm way too, like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to overplay this. Like, I don't
Yeah, and then
into
you
it.
start getting in your
and
head.
then it's soft, and it's like, oh, no, man, like, I want to hit this,
Yeah.
So
But
it's about finding that balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then if you're playing in a live room with everything just, set up, not perfectly, but really comfortable,
Yeah.
then you're not thinking about the self-consciousness of it all.
Exactly.
And you're just performing and playing.
Yeah.
You're just in your space. Yeah.
When Luke and I play at church on Sunday mornings, we were talking about in-ear mixes, and I said, like, I purposely pull my guitars back over everything else, and because of exactly that, is that, like, I'm a confident enough player, and also if I hit a wrong note, I'm like, man, cool. Well, that happened, right? But the fact is, I don't like it when I feel like, oh, if I hear something way too loud in my ears, I'm like, oh shit, like I'm way too loud. I better back off, because I don't want to cut
like
through.
A weird squeak or something,
Yep, 100%. And like that's actually why that's the biggest reason I actually don't like in-ears, and that I don't like running direct, and why I like stage volume, because when I can hear me with the band on stage, and then you trust that who the sound guy is can make it sound good in the house.
Right.
Like, I can hear, like, okay, me versus the drummer, me versus the bass player right now.
Yeah.
I know how I sound. And I agree, like, if you're not worried about that, like, and honestly, if you feel like there's more there, like, that you have to dig in harder to get the right level of, like, right? If you feel like you have to dig in, you will, in order to hear yourself, right? And I think whenever you dig in harder, you're going to end up with better tone.
Yeah, real gear has dimension.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's up, Dad? How's it going?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I met your dad the other day.
Yeah, he
He's
said
a
he stopped
sweet
by.
guy, dude.
That's awesome, man. It's cool you got to stop by and see the shop. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
You guys went to Marshall's?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. I mean, I'm super happy with all of the two-note stuff, and I'm not just saying that to say that, like, we're not running cabinets live in here, partially because we don't want to mute the vocal mics in between every, you know what I mean? And, like, I like the fact that you can play and I can talk, and it's not going to overpower everything, where if we were live in the room, that's difficult.
Two Notes does a good job of capturing that depth, though, with the whole with the Dyna-R thing.
It doesn't feel as flat.
No, like this. Like that feels big to me still, you know? It has that room depth.
Yeah, exactly. And I really like what you were doing with your volume pedal when you were talking about that it was working more as the gain swell.
Yeah.
Like that's awesome because
Yeah.
most of what I do when I play at church is if I roll anything back with my volume, it is to pull gain back.
Yeah.
Not to.
But
yeah.
there's no treble suck.
Very cool.
Because you know how you need a treble bleed if you roll down your volume?
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is like you get full volume of the guitar, but then less gain from the amp.
Yeah.
And that's because you're using this as your pre, essentially.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
So this basically my guitar volume knob on my
That's
foot.
your expression
Yeah.
control for the pre-setting in the HX, basically.
The
gain-
volume
for-
block.
yeah.
The volume block.
Exactly, yeah.
So, and the volume is in front of the amp.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense. That's a very practical way to use that, where it's not like out of control.
Right.
You know. Like,
Exactly. And it's
dynamically,
more usable too.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah. Oh, here's the thing. This is the thing I wanted you to show you. So
Yeah.
I have the G50 on the gain channel, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like gaining. And if I step on the hybrid fuzz, which is like a silicon plus germanium thing, I have that really thick thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But then if I roll down the guitar volume,
That sounds awesome.
That's so good.
I think you found a fuzz pedal I don't hate.
yeah. And then if I lower the gain on the amp, you can get the like split coil.
Like there's so much within just this setup. Like,
Yeah.
and just the way it's laid out gives you so much flexibility. What's that Eric Johnson thing you were doing earlier?
Oh no, that was the thing.
Man, he
Yeah.
had like the exact tone, and it was using the G50 in this, and it was like,
Okay.
you need that PAF.
I
don't
need
you?
the PAF.
Yeah, this blew my mind when you showed me. You're like, now listen with the PAF, and it was just
Okay.
like,
I want you to close.
Man, there it is. Like that's it.
I want you to close your eyes.
This is not gonna get weird, is it?
We're on camera.
So this is the that's a PAF.
That's awesome.
That's literally the tone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But this is the most anti-Eric Johnson rig.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
it's a PRS with a fuzz and a G50.
Yeah.
And
And a big part of that you're saying is the way
it's the fuzz.
That's like a very musical application of it. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think the Eric Johnson tone is, you know, strat and then turn the treble down.
Yeah.
But it's actually a PAF with the fuzz face
yeah.
into a broken up Marshall-y sounding amp.
Yeah.
You know.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah. So it's that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the PAF is the only humbucker pickup to react to a fuzz face style circuit that way.
Gotcha.
Right? If I play, let's say, let me play that Shabbat again,
Yep.
and you will immediately hear the difference.
Which is funny because like the Shabbat I would take all day.
It's the better guitar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the PAF just does it.
I mean, it should be noted that the pickup in this guitar is probably
$10,000.
$10,000
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So
It's not there.
yeah, it's not the same. TJ, it's a shame if you're watching that somebody stole the PAF out of this thing and we replaced it with a Fishman Classic.
Is that
Sorry,
actually how
bud.
much that pickup's worth? Jeez.
No, it's because it's a 58, 59 pickups. Like,
Yeah.
8 to 10,000.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Sam, didn't you hear what Dorian said? He was like, "Oh, wait, that's a 58? That's like $50,000."
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Certified taster.
with
Oh,
with
yeah,
a
bud.
with a regular humbucker, it makes the fuzz face freak out more. You know, especially with a gainy amp.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you can get the woman tone.
Yeah.
you know, but it's just, it's better with a split coil.
Okay, let's try that one again.
Oh, me.
He's so nice to you guys that he mutes before he does that.
I don't do that.
No, I don't either. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the mid thing, like it's like choppy, you know?
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
Well, it reminds me of when something is like ultra compressed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when a fuzz starts compressing really badly.
But-
and it's
It's
but
like,
almost like clipping. It's like a
I was gonna
limiter
say,
on it.
it's almost like yeah. I was gonna say it's almost like if you took a like compression in a gate
Yeah.
and like gated it as it was compressing.
Yeah. Yeah. You
know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was it. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah, I can't do that.
Oh, whatever. That's... there you go. And then,
Something stupid.
and then this is the new Revv product pitch. Yeah.
Fuzz with the tilt.
So fuzz, face, and tilt.
Yeah.
It would work, man.
Yeah.
The tilt makes so many of those boomy tones more practical just with
Right.
the way it shelves it, right? Like,
Right, right.
Yeah.
But this is fuzz first, tilt after.
Really?
Yes, it's not before.
Interesting.
Because the fuzz face wants to be first on everything.
I guess
It hates
so.
buffers.
Right.
Yeah, so here I have just the tilt EQ, sculpting and making it more cut. Because
Yeah.
in a band context, the fuzz is hard to cut. It's
Big.
just
Yeah.
bloated, you know.
Throaty. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, even if you play a chord, and without,
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. It just gets rid of the low end that makes it blend. in,
Right.
you know? Like,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
yeah, it makes it poke through.
Devin, you don't need it in the helix. You just put it in front of the helix like that. So that's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like.
Oh, okay. Also, to clarify, Eric Johnson recorded Cliffs of Dover on a 335, not a Strat.
Gotcha.
That's why the
Crazy.
PAF works.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's probably like a Cherry 335 that's vintage with PAFs.
What was it I heard recently that was actually recorded on a telly and I didn't believe that? It was.
Lots of Zeppelin.
Stairway to Heaven.
I was gonna say, it might have been
The
Stairway to
solo.
Heaven. Yeah, it might have been that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have been that.
Heartbreaker was also on a telly.
Yeah.
Heartbreaker. Yeah.
Yeah. I love tellies, man. Yeah.
I don't know how to play it.
Well, which one?
There's actually one interval song. The end of Leave No Stone, like
Yeah.
that kind of.
It's harder. Then back.
Yeah. That's such a good riff.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get the like actual like swagger of that riff
Yes.
down.
Yeah, Jack
Like-
just said that. It's the last riff, Jack. It's literally just the last riff in the song.
Yeah. Has to be like
that.
sloppy.
That whole section
Yeah,
is a
like-
telly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a badass riff, dude.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah. 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 Oh, it's.
Oh, the thing I was telling you earlier too, with a PAF pickup, the all right now chord makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So like if oops.
Oh yeah, your crazy ass pick. Too.
What is it?
You know,
His pick.
yeah, you want to pick my butt?
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
it's
interesting.
yeah. Open. Yeah. Oh.
And that's interesting.
And then that's one.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the PAF, it just rings out. Yep. Yeah.
What was the tone you had a cool tone for that earlier too? Or there was a Van Halen tone you had on here that sounded super.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
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 Oh, let's.
You want that Van Halen?
Yeah, I
song?
want the Van
yeah.
Halen
Get
side.
the Music Man, yeah.
Yeah.
This is just for Luke.
Yay.
Ah, dude, this guitar.
Yeah. It does need a setup, but it's
Wait. Talk amongst yourselves.
they want you to play Nootropic.
No, I don't know if I know how to play it. I know that riff. I know the clean part.
That guitar looks so awesome on camera. Like, look
Yeah.
how much more orange it looks.
I know.
Yeah.
It's the only part of that song I remember, Jack. Just that
There you go.
clean bridge part.
Yeah.
So he was telling me how he gets that chorus sound.
What's
And
that?
that like kind of micro shifted thing.
Yeah.
You're just using like a millisecond of delay on the output. Is that what you said you're doing?
No, it's at the end of the chain.
Right.
So after the delays and the reverb, actually.
Got you.
Yeah.
like
So it
everything
just does the it takes a stereo image of your entire chain and it shifts it.
So you literally just essentially are. It's kind of like what the twin
Yeah,
track
yeah,
is
yeah. Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
but
It's
like
like
it
the
just
mimic.
makes that chorus sound.
Yeah. Yeah. The micro pitch from Eventide. That's
Yeah.
it. And it's great for the. Ben Eller had a great lesson for the. I forgot. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's that sound, the 5150 sound.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Why am I not getting enough gain? Ah, that's why.
Twin tracker. Well, the twin tracker isn't on here.
Yeah.
No, the tilt knob got knocked down. There you go.
Yeah.
So sick.
Yeah.
Oh, Aura.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah.
That's so sick, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I should show you the. Remember when I got my Revv 120 from NAM?
Yep.
And I was playing it at your booth, and I had my GoPro right on top.
Yeah.
And I went home. I was looking through the footage, and it caught this moment perfectly. I was playing it, and I did this lick. Right?
Yeah.
And as soon as I hit that harmonic, there was a girl behind me that went.
Nice.
And it's easily like it's on my Instagram and Facebook. 2 million views.
That's
dude.
awesome.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah.
and the weirdest thing is every platform notices something different from that. So Instagram, Facebook notices the girl, right?
Yeah.
I put it on TikTok, and the comments were like, "Oh, a rare video of Papa Het and Kirk Hammett in the same frame." It's like, what are they saying? Right before the girl turned, there was a guy that walked by and
Yeah.
looked like
Yeah,
James Hetfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kirk Hammett.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Been-
but that's this lick.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Man, how do you do your pinch harmonics?
Oh,
Like with your pick, right?
yeah, with the pick. Yeah, so yeah, pick and the side of the thumb.
Yeah.
But a lot of times the reason why people don't get it is they think of it as a pinch, like
Yeah.
pinch like that.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you got to go through the string.
Did you know?
That's literally it. You just follow through with your
Yeah,
thumb.
follow through. Yeah,
That's literally it. You don't have to like angle it differently.
exactly.
Just-
Yeah.
Do you know how Eddie did them?
How?
I can't do it.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
Our buddy Alex does that too.
My buddy Alex. That's the only way he does them.
Yeah.
Alex Stobie. The only way he does.
And he
pinch
does
harmonics.
them well.
And
It's like,
Yeah.
weird.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing with this technique, you can't do the really high ones, because you're because of
You're
where your
tapping more
fingers
towards
are.
the neck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're all just gonna start doing pinch harmonics at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a party.
Oh, Michael Luke just did something funny. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a party trick. Figure out how I did this.
You're muting it with the side of your hand. Yeah, you're using the side of your
That's
hand.
cool, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
I love
basically-
that.
that's not easy.
Listen,
Yeah, so it's-
all
it's-
these things that you show him are going to hurt me
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't know how to do that before.
Oh, really?
no.
Oh, dude.
I still can't do it very well.
You don't even need to remove that fast. Just what?
Sam, do it shittier.
Stop shredding so hard.
No, just do a trill. Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
I like doing triplets.
Well, how about the Eddie pick scrape? How do you do that?
Which one?
The Eddie pick scrape.
Oh, just.
Okay, so it's not just the pick.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh yeah. It's,
yeah.
Cool way to do it.
I'm in E flat. we can't jam.
Somebody get Perfecto a capo.
Oh, need a capo. No, I'll just
Yeah,
grab
take
that.
this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try this Anderson. The frets are. I got to do the frets on this one too, but
Okay,
it's a bit better.
Oh, you know what?
What's losing?
Eddie goes to to A.
oh, does he? Yeah.
Yeah, not the C sharp.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Oh, so is it Michael Anthony that's...
Yeah, that's the bass. Yeah, because the lick after that is. Yeah.
And he hits like on the live one, he hits like a...
Yeah.
Which one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your trick with your volume pedal would handle that like
Yeah.
like
yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. It's for the
Yep.
you know that.
Yeah. That's all I ever learned was all of the. Like,
Oh yeah, you do the.
Oh, watching you play it, I know what I'm doing wrong when I try to do that.
Yeah,
That's
just
cool. Yeah, you play it the right way.
it sounds close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Looking at it just pattern-wise, the way you play it, it's like, okay,
Yeah, it's
I
just
see,
this pattern.
I see now. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's this is nice.
Yeah.
It's a really nice guitar.
Yeah,
eh?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's killer.
Don't say that loud. Sully might still be watching.
No, I love them all equally, dude.
Yeah,
it's just
no,
like
I'm
the top guitars for me are like Shabbat,
Yep.
Sully, the McMull, and the Japanese one, the KZs.
Yeah.
Those are very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard about those from Jeremy Kroll was talking about those. Yeah.
Paul
Yeah.
says they're good. They're probably good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to Japan in June
Oh, nice.
for the Yokohama music style thing, and I'll be performing for KZ Guitars
Nice.
there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Sam is hiding his J Tercer.
Never had a J Tercer. My dad would have not allowed that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Oh, I had one that I got. A student bought one, and then he quit playing, and he sold me that with his like Dan Electro amp and his pedals and all of his stuff for like $100.
Nice.
And then
Yeah.
I was like, I can't in good conscience sell this guitar to anybody because it's
I'm trying to think.
garbage.
I don't really think I ever had guitars that were like, I had cheaper guitars, but like all the guitars I had were pretty good for the price. I think it was like Mexican Fender. I had a Squire at one point, but it was because I wanted one with a Floyd Rose.
Okay.
And I was when I first discovered Floyd Roses, and my dad's like, I'm not gonna buy you an expensive guitar with a Floyd Rose. He's like, you can try this first and see. But it was like basically an HH Squire Strat with a Floyd and a reverse headstock on it. It was like a sparkle purple. Honestly, it was kind of a cool guitar.
yeah.
It was kind of a cool guitar.
Yeah.
Those contemporary models.
That's-
whatever
yeah.
they're called.
Contemporary.
Yeah, exactly. I got it
Yeah.
maybe like
Big headstock too, right?
Yeah.
Reverse.
It would have been when I lived in Halifax. I probably would have got it in like 2002
Okay.
or something. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was cool. And then
J Tercer.
yeah, Samick. That's another
Yeah.
one.
His dad has a Samick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually kind of rips.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I've played a couple older Samics that are not bad.
Yeah.
For sure, like that.
I should
higher
bring it
end
in.
ones.
Need a Hondo.
Hondo.
Hondos?
Yeah, I've played a Hondo.
Yeah.
Hondo. Yeah.
Yeah.
One guitar that I regret selling. My dad
Joe Wyatt.
found.
What's up, Joe?
My dad found a body and neck of a Japanese Tokai V.
Whoa.
Yeah, like way back in like he probably found it in like 2001 or 2 around that time, and we just put a bunch of hardware in it, and I was just like a kid,
Yeah.
and I couldn't hold the fucking thing, so I remember like trading it. But it was like looking back, I was like, man, that was a rare guitar.
Yeah.
Like, it was really cool.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
To find it in that shape, like I think a friend of mine still has it in Halifax. He never sold it, so it was
I remembered a Craigslist deal
Yeah.
because I was looking for a birth year guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my birth year is proper birth year guitars. My age is it's like way up there now. I can't
Yeah.
afford it. So I went for the next best thing, which are Ibanez lawsuit guitars.
Yeah.
So I found a Les Paul Jr. that was modified.
Okay.
Instead of a P90, it had a humbucker.
Yep.
And somebody put a telly neck pickup on it. It's like
Oh,
it's
interesting.
weird, but it's
Yeah.
a junior. and the guy wanted like $250 for it. And okay, well, whatever. I'm gonna restore it and put a P90 on it and make it like original again. So I take it home. I try. I open it up, and the humbucker says patented something, you know.
Yeah.
And I look at the bobbins. There's like 2-letter T's. It's a Gibson T-top humbucker.
What?
So the pickup itself is worth more than the guitar.
Yeah.
Totally.
So this guitar must have been modified sometime in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and it sounded great.
Yep.
So instead of putting it back, it's like, oh, okay, well, it is what it is.
Yep.
Totally.
I have I don't know what year mine is, but in my office I have a lawsuit Les Paul, like an Ibanez lawsuit Les Paul.
Okay.
They're
What-
awesome. You can
Bolt
still buy
on
them.
It's
or
gotta
next
be
to?
80s.
Bolt on.
Okay, mine
Yeah.
was neck through,
Oh wow.
which
Okay.
is even rarer. you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna play Kyle's guitar,
Yeah, yeah.
that boat anchor.
I'll
It's
take
heavy.
the Anderson back then.
Oh, there we go. Okay, let me that.
Thanks.
I'll switch.
I'll switch. That Les Paul's cool. Also perfected, you gotta try the Novo too.
Oh! Actually, I'll play that first.
Here, let's do this. Let's hang this thing up. You pass me the Nova or whatever, Les Paul, whichever one.
Okay, there you go.
Let's hang that up there, and then we can have. I'll put this on here,
Okay,
and then give you the Les Paul. And I'll put the Les Paul on here, so that
okay.
then.
Well, I'll play it. Oh, you got the Nova.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
You
then
got
we can swap them back and
Yes.
forth without a problem. I got too much guitars. What's good guitar from '66? Man, yeah, I would get like a Jazzmaster, or a Strat.
Oh, 1966, yeah.
Also, as much as I hate to admit it, the '60s SGs, like,
They probably rip.
yeah.
Oh, I have a. Did it
Jack-
show you the?
Jack caught the GLX there.
What the hell's happening here? Oh, there it is. Did it show you the picture of my restored 63 SG?
No. I hate SGs. You need to know. I think the SG stands for shit guitar, but they all sound awesome.
Yeah,
I just hate this
yeah.
so much. So I had an SG for a while. I traded it for. I have the platinum, like metallic platinum custom 22
Okay.
PRS. The
Yeah.
PRS is amazing. The SG I had was garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I called it the saddest SG. At some point in its life, it was converted lefty.
Oh. Okay.
So flipped out with the holes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then reconverted righty. Back
Yeah.
to righty. The lefty conversion was a pro job. The reconversion was a hack job.
Yeah.
So I brought it to my friend Robbie, who does work for Norm's Rare Guitars.
Yeah,
And he restored it. And since it's already a player grade guitar, I got to choose the color.
Yep.
So it's now the only 63 Pelham Blue SG.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very
Winnipeg
nice.
Guitar Builder, Scott is asking. Beard Cell.
Beard Cell in
Who lives
Hamtone.
who lives across the street from me.
Aldous.
Al is literally
Nice.
directly across
Really?
from my house. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy Hamtone.
Birmingham, yep. Good pickup builders. Chris, Peg City Pickups makes great stuff.
What's Jordan McConnell
Yes.
builds unbelievable.
That's the guy I was thinking of, yeah.
Acoustics and hollow bodies, like $25,000 acoustic guitars.
Yeah.
You Winnipeg guys got good stuff out here.
We do, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you send me like a solo
Don't you
DIY
live
kit,
in
I can
Southern
build one for you.
California? Saying you got good stuff. I'm like, don't you live in Southern California? The home of James
unassumingly
Tyler.
has-
And
Dude,
like,
I've lived in Southern California since 2004,
Yep.
and I've only played a real PAF yesterday here in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
And actually, I got to play 2 real PAFs in in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
That PRS one
Yeah.
and the one at Brian's place.
You
Yeah.
know what's funny is maybe people here just aren't as gatekeepy about it. Because in
That's
LA,
also part of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
people here are. It's like very much a community. It's a smaller city.
Right.
Like, you know.
Everybody that has cool shit is like, hey, you should try this because I think it's cool and I know you're going to think it's cool.
Right,
and
right.
They're
Yeah.
not offering, like, a lot of the time they're not going to offer to some kid off the street
Right,
who
right.
doesn't play.
Right,
like,
right.
here, come try my 52
Yeah.
Les Paul. But if they know that you're a real guitar player, I don't necessarily mean good. I mean that, like, it's
You
part of what you
appreciate
do
it.
for a living and you
Yeah.
appreciate it, then yeah, people are, you know.
Yeah, but-
I'm always excited, like anytime anybody comes here. I mean, the first thing I asked you when I walked in here, I'm like, did you plug anything in off the wall? And you were like, no. I'm like, we can. Yeah, so.
Okay, let's see how this works.
This guitar feels awesome, just so you guys know.
Woo.
Right away.
Dude, right?
Yeah, isn't it awesome?
Right off the top. I was saying to Perfecto, this is the guitar that I actually played with P90s where I was like, you can actually use this.
Dude, play with that.
No, I know. I have one.
Yeah, the
I,
master-
I
oh,
have
yeah.
a mastery bridge,
Yeah.
and I can do the.
Sounds so good.
Yeah.
I can. Whoops.
It does that.
Sorry. Yeah, it's not. You can do the. And it's perfectly in tune, dude.
I know.
Yeah, the
I love the
master.
mastery bridge. It's my second favorite bridge. It's like Floyd Rose then mastery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. And the best part about this is I don't know if this guitar does it. It's there.
No, you're gonna do that.
I sure am. That with the swarm?
Oh, no.
No, the way this is built, for jazz masters, they used to set it up for Nels Klein, so that it's in tune,
Yep.
right? For the master bridge, that's what that screw is for.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you change string gauges, you adjust that, and that will pretty much just tune the strings behind it. So you can do
Gotcha. Sam looks so unimpressed right now.
It sounds sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a ring modulator that's
Yeah.
that's controllable. Yeah. And
All
then you
he's
can,
doing is picturing
so
what
good.
I'm gonna do.
I love it.
Yeah.
and then you
Oh,
can
I
do
know
the-
what you're gonna do.
the sitar stuff. And it's
Yeah.
It's perfectly in
Oh,
tune
dude.
still, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
it's great. Yeah, it's great.
That's
Novo's
wild.
in the running, in my opinion, for ugliest headstocks in guitars. It's not quite as bad, but it's
No, it's
in-
cool.
You think so?
Yeah,
I like it.
It's cool.
It suits the vibe
But
of
then
this
again,
guitar.
I like this.
Yeah. Yeah, this is worse.
You know what you could be worse, because like the first telly is a snake head.
Yep.
The 48 or 49, whatever. It was a snake head.
Yeah.
So you haven't seen my other Shabbat, which is a snake head Strat.
Oh. I do like the fat guy cut. Here.
Yeah,
Like
the belly.
the belly cut. It's awesome. That
Dude,
guitar just
this
feels,
is-
it sounds
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
It is.
That's how I like a neck to feel. Like that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this is nice, but it's a bit beefy.
After showing me that, Michael G says next week's Gear and Beer will be a tribute
Yeah.
to Perfecto.
I'm gonna be watching.
Yeah. Everything I can do that is annoying to Sam.
That sounds so cool, man.
Is it Freylins that are in this? I think this has.
I thought it was Lawlers. But
Or is it Lawlers?
Oh, Lawlers.
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
thought it was
I don't
Lawlers.
Well, what's weird is that I also thought they were Freylins.
Really? They might be. I
So
don't
it
know.
might be.
They both live in that world.
Two idiots against one smart guy.
No,
Derek
no,
and I
you're
versus you.
mistaken. I'm also an idiot.
Do you do this with a fuzz face? It works best with single coils. You know how it's like beefy and
Yeah. I'm telling you, every fuzz pedal I've ever played, I hate.
really?
Every one of them. That sounds awesome though. I'm gonna buy that pedal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Is
keep
that
in mind
MXR?
MXR, yes, hybrid fuzz. But keep in mind, I'm going into a G50 dirty.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to like this pedal that much.
Yeah, yeah.
And to get so much use out of it from a dirty amp.
Yeah.
Because I can do the
Stacks well. Yeah.
yeah. Can do that. And it's all usable too.
Yeah. Mythos. Yeah,
Mythos is great.
I have some Mythos stuff, and I know Zach really well.
7 harmonic minor. That's
I
already harmonic minor.
That's in.
That's
in harmonic minor. Is it already? I was playing. I thought I was just pentatonic. I was doing.
oh.
I guess it's Phrygian dominant. Listens to Lamb of God once. Yeah, that's closer.
Oh, this one's fun.
Yeah.
That's cool. That to me almost sounds like a car engine, just like revving,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Like that's cool.
Dorian got that pedal at when we were at
sick.
Gearfest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Brian and Matt from MXR gave Dorian that one. I was like, how the hell did you get a pedal from that? I didn't get shit.
He's really good at like
Yeah.
somehow sweet talking people, and I don't
Nice.
It's
understand it
because no
he
one
says
understands
nothing
what
here.
he's saying. Because he's like, oh, hey, bro, what's going on? Like so quiet, so laid back.
MXR's a taster.
Yeah.
Yeah, then pair that with
gnarly, dude. Perfecto's
yes.
watched the live stream enough that he knows how this goes.
oh
Derek, you should
yes,
have-
I
yeah.
love that.
Have him play my Schecter.
The NJ.
Yeah.
The normal riff with the 7th raised to half step. Normal riff. Oh, there's it.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, that is it.
Yeah, that is it. Okay.
Have you played this before?
Travis, we gotta talk.
Yeah. Okay.
That tone, dude.
That split tone just rules on this guitar.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, it's this with the switch up. So I think it's these in series.
okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's why, because my Strat doesn't do that.
Yeah, it's that switch, dude. Yeah,
Okay.
it's killer. Yeah. Jack, that's not a higher lows riff. That is a solo project riff. Derek, do you remember what pickups are in this? I don't.
Nope.
All I know is that I ordered the same one.
They're their own wound pickups, aren't they?
Right.
They're their own wound pickups,
Yeah,
aren't they?
Michael
No, I know,
from-
but they do have like an in-house model.
Yeah, I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
We
Is
have
it-
the spec sheet somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Michael? No, it's not. Michael's the James Tyler guy
Yeah,
from
Sonic.
Sonic.
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah.
I
Sonic
ordered.
pickups.
Yep.
I will foreshadow a New Gear Day, but we have another one of these coming, and I got it basically the same as this,
Nice.
with a couple changes. But that's another.
Yeah.
Floating the way it should be.
Yeah.
I want to say they're the
Strap
VA7s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I made it.
Yeah. See, this split coil doesn't.
I know
it's
it's
fourth position.
but it's funny because I do the split here without that switch.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it right there. Minor minor 7 on the. It's like a C minor 7.
You
on the
can
third.
split
C sharp
that.
minor.
It's just difficult. It's really, really.
Yeah. It's tight.
Yeah.
I played this at NAM. It's very nice.
This is my life. Okay, we're good.
I'm sorry, dude.
No, it's okay. It was funny. There was one time I was showing him something and I just see Sean in the comments. No!
Yeah.
It was like,
When you were showing me the.
yeah. Yeah, I showed him that.
Yeah.
It's like a
It just,
yeah, minor second.
yeah. Minor second harmonic.
And then you can do that with like your pentatonic licks too.
That's above my pay grade, bud.
That was cool.
This neck is just like
It's the
really
best.
solid.
It's
yeah.
These two are the best two feeling guitars. that I
Yeah.
have.
These feel like heavier strings though.
10 to
Yep.
52.
Ah, that's
Nope.
why.
10 and a half to 50.
Oh, no, it's the string joist.
That's the
10
string
to
joist.
50s, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
These have the string joist sets. This does too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
they are heavier.
missed that one. The
string
the,
shooter.
the
thing?
string thing.
Yeah, well, I
Oh.
love the string joist stuff. Yeah, it was cool to try some more of like the kind of compound gauges where it's not just like 10 to 46. It's like
Yeah.
all the in-between gauges are kind of compensated for tension. And this
Yeah.
one, yeah, had the 10.5 to 50,
Okay.
which is, I guess, kind of like a light top, medium bottom, I guess. Yes. And yeah, I like them a lot. They're great.
Yeah. Hoagie just hooked me up with some
Hoogie.
SIT. Yeah, Hoogie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm calling him Hoagie now.
Hoagie.
Yeah, that's a better idea.
What's up, Hoagie?
He's lost weight though, so
Yeah.
it'd be better if he was getting fatter. We could be like, "Hey, Hoagie."
Sorry, Hoagie.
Yeah.
Hoagie. Yeah,
the SITs.
Yeah, SITs.
Yeah.
I tried the 9.5 on one of my 9.5 on one
Yeah.
of my strings.
Yeah, they're good strings. Yeah.
Yeah. And I might change the Shabbat before the show. I have them with me. So
What do you? Oh, to
the
SITs.
SITs, yeah.
What do you normally play? What was your?
For the longest time I used Kurt Mangan strings.
Okay.
Yeah, I have my 10 to 50 set with them.
Nice.
And then now I'm just trying out like different stuff.
Yeah.
I've tried string joys. I really like the string joys too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Blake too, eh?
Blake, yeah. Blake's fun.
String joy is great. String joy and the Dario, the NYXLs are probably
Yeah.
my faves. Yeah,
Yeah.
my go-to.
There's no way that this guitar should sound that mean.
I know, dude.
And be effortless to play.
Yeah.
Like it's like.
There's always something else. You think you're done, and it's like, oh.
Well, it's funny because like when Travis left us and went to Novo, he called me and was like, "Hey man," he's like, I want to do a few things to kind of like cross promote brands, and he's like, "I really want to send you one of our guitars," and I was like, "Yeah, I don't really love how they look," right? And I'm like, and I'm like, it's a super hipster guitar, and I am the opposite of a hipster.
Yeah.
So, my brother, Scott, loves this guitar.
And for years too.
Yeah, like he's been a huge fan. And like I didn't have any offset guitars at the time.
Yeah.
Like we didn't have that one. And I remember he said he was gonna build me this and asked about getting like a D25 and some stuff for their office, and I was like, sure. And I remember when he told me, he's like, well, which one would you want? And I'm like looking at them and I'm like, I don't know. Like I don't. No offense to anybody who loves Novos, but I was like, I don't really love any of this, right? And I was flipping through their Instagram, and I saw one that looked exactly like this. And Travis said to me, he's like, I know this isn't your thing. He knows that that's my thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay. I'm like, here. I'm like, build me this, right? So that guitar, the Raven, though, I spec'd out. I spec'd out the color. I wanted HSS. I told Tom that this Schecter was my favorite guitar on the planet, so make the neck as close to this as possible. And I have to say that these two guitars showed up within a month of each other.
Not even, like 2 weeks.
Yeah. And I was way more excited for the Tom Anderson when it got here.
Yeah.
The day the Novo got here, I think you guys told me, they're like, hey, something's here. And like a guitar's here. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, oh, it's probably the Novo. And I was kind of like, yeah, I'll check it out later. I was super excited about that guitar. And that guitar is great, but I love this guitar significantly more than that one. Although he loves that guitar more than any other guitar here.
This is my favorite guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
No, I can tell.
It's just,
Yeah, it is.
It's
Yeah.
just weird how, like,
Yeah.
you vibe with different things. And, like,
Totally.
I got this, and I didn't have any other P90 guitars.
Yeah.
And
So it filled the purpose.
yeah, and as soon as I started playing it, I was like, holy shit. Like, I remember, I think you were, like, I don't think you were in here with me when I started playing it, and I was like, you have to try this.
Totally.
And, like, pulled it out of the box. It was in tune. It was ready to go. Like, I was like, this guitar is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Actually,
And it's funny because, like, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, Nathan, yeah, we'll see you on Saturday. Any of you guys coming on Saturday? We're going to be at Long and McQuaid. Perfecto is doing a clinic, and we're going to go a little bit early. The clinic is from 6 to 8, but I'm going to show up there probably, 4:30-ish.
I'm gonna try to come a little bit beforehand.
Yeah,
Come
and
hang out. If
I'm,
anyone wants to come say hey, we'll be there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Or we'll be at the barbecue place next door.
That's after. Yeah. But I'm gonna bring essentially the rig that we're taking to Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it. So like Long McQuaid often doesn't have our stuff in stock, so you guys can play the new 10th anniversary 120 through a 4x12. We will do our best to piss off every guitar store employee at Long McQuaid by being obnoxious. But yeah. So I just wanted to mention that if you're from Winnipeg and you're watching and you've never played any of our stuff, Saturday is going to be your best opportunity for a long time to be able to do that.
Play them back to back too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be able to play like I'll have a 120 with a 4x12, D20 and, sorry, not D20, D40 and G50, both with 212s, I think.
Yep.
And then D20 and G20, a bunch of pedals, all that kind of stuff. Plus, Perfecto will have the rigs that he's using for the clinic.
Yeah.
So you guys can come check that out. And I'll be bringing some guitars. I'll bring my Schecter for sure. I don't know what else I'll bring. We'll see. I could bring this, but I don't know if L&M will like that.
Well,
What,
they probably won't like.
Yeah,
They probably
I don't-
won't like this either.
Jackson
What?
7
They
string.
don't sell Schecter?
Nope.
L&M doesn't sell Schecter?
they don't.
Well,
Quest
tough
was,
shit.
Quest was the Schecter dealer. No, there's no
my
Schecter
guitar.
dealer in the city now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
the
crazy.
store I used to work at was the only one.
Oh,
Man,
wow.
we should open a store selling Schecter guitars in Winnipeg. Just all we have is Nick Johnson strats.
Deep Flats, check us out.
Nothing else. Like,
Yeah. No, it was- it was-
Every flavor.
oh yeah, and the
And,
reason,
and maybe the telly.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want that US telly. I gotta buck in the wood. Yeah.
Hey,
So
Sam,
anyway,
show me a lick.
Show you a look.
Yeah.
Oh man, what kind? What are we
I
thinking?
don't know.
I also just want to comment on Jack's comment.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would say that that Anderson is like the best in the boutique game. I would say that that's an impossible title for
No,
anybody.
no. There's
Like that. Clearly, you saying that too. I know, like Jack's. You know Jack, right?
I
Sam.
taught Jack for a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a great guitar player. Yeah, really
You
good. player.
clearly haven't played one of the ugliest guitars on the planet.
Jack,
James Tyler.
Jack, you would really like a Tyler. Yeah.
You gotta check that out
Yeah,
too.
they're comparable to me. I don't think
Yeah.
either's better.
No.
But
anyway,
yeah. What?
Carry on.
Yeah, the Tyler's
play him a
amazing.
lick. I noticed he didn't ask me to play him a lick.
well, you're next.
Oh yeah.
You're next. Save the best for last.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sam's going twice.
Oh, yeah. So pentatonic at the top.
It's literally pentatonic. This is actually a lick when people are asking about learning how to tap, like kind of like that type of stuff where you're kind of doing interval skipping, I would teach them if they had some sense of tapping already. This wouldn't be like the first tapping, like, but if they're looking to step outside of like the you know, do the kind of the multi-string stuff. This is super easy because your left hand literally just is just pentatonic. So like you don't have to think about that.
Yeah.
And it's a good way just to get used to the motion before you start inserting more strange shapes.
Right.
So literally, so this hand is just doing E pentatonic or E major pentatonic, C sharp minor. And here.
Oh, the other pentatonic here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other position.
Literally that.
Okay.
That's literally it. So your hammer down, and then.
Oh wait.
And then you hammer on down to the next string.
Oh,
So
tricky.
it kind of creates this. It creates this cool like intervallic thing.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're skipping a lot more than you are, but in reality, you're doing the same shape. But the second time you do it, instead of going, all you do is move this finger down.
Yeah.
So it's the same physical movement here, but you just go down one string. So instead of going, right?
That's tricky.
It's a cool one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. Just following that pattern.
Your left hand moves so much slower when you're doing that too.
Yeah, you're literally going like,
Yeah.
you're literally just doing this.
Yeah, it's actually once you get it, it's not like you're like it's like a finger frenzy. You know?
It's a continuous kind of repetitive movement, but just when you just place that one finger to the lower string, it creates a bigger space between the notes you're hitting. So it sounds like there's this big interval skip, but you're kind of fretting the same thing.
Right.
Like
no, it's great.
Yeah.
I have to get used to it, but
It's a little jarring.
yeah.
But you get the idea, right? Like that's one thing that I always try to like teach people asking for those ideas. It's like you can do a lot of stuff like with tapping like that, you know, if you're comfortable. I will say the biggest thing with the multi-string tapping is being able to mute with this hand.
Yeah.
To get the clean sound.
Yeah.
'Cause as you're tapping, like if I'm not, you know,
Yeah.
you're ringing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I don't know. That's just something I think that's a good like. Once you get used to the motion, if you're experienced with some tapping in some way, that's just an easy way to get used to those type of movements without having to consciously think about your left hand too much.
Right.
Just get used to the flow.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, you could just go. You just
Yeah,
get
yeah,
used to it.
literally.
Yeah.
And that's the same movement.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then you're just moving that movement across the different strings.
Right.
And then it creates that space between the intervals, and it's like, whoa, it sounds like you're making this huge jump, but like you're not really moving that much. You know?
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you play it on the keyboard, then it's like all over the place.
But on guitar, it's funny how some things on piano and like guitar like would translate opposite, right? Like, 'cause on a piano that would look like insane. On a guitar, it's like.
Right.
do this.
Like this stretch on a guitar on a piano is easy, and on the guitar it's like.
Yeah, totally. Like doing that.
Yeah, because on the piano it's just.
Yeah.
It's like
piano is
that.
just like next to each other. Yeah. Which is why I think piano is like a good way of visually interpreting how music works, because you have just like the low to high thing.
Yeah.
But when you get overlap between those things, then
This is X, Y.
Exactly. There's two axes you have to think about. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Nice. I'm gonna work on that.
You show me like. You're doing tons of cool stuff there. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you got that really quick.
Nice.
It's fun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Show,
you.
what do you show me something cool.
Your turn.
You want my leg?
Oh yeah.
Derek, no. The bend.
Oh, the
I cannot do this. Derek does this weird thing where he bends the G into the A, and I can't do it.
Okay.
It's literally this one sound.
Whoa.
It's
Holy shit.
so weird, man. Like, no one else I know does that. Like,
So like.
like, you aren't bending the A when you're doing that. It bends into it, and I can't do it.
Yeah.
Right? It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have the cord ringing with the bend.
I don't get it. It's weird.
Maybe it's a hardtail thing.
No, he does it on every guitar.
Oh, really?
It's really strange.
I'll do it with that guitar.
What the hell? No.
It'll go out of tune a little bit,
And you bend with. Okay.
but I can do it with pretty much any.
It's so weird.
It's just easier for me with
What
my.
the heck?
And he never overbends it either.
What was that?
He never overbends it either.
No,
It's always
I know.
perfect.
No.
Perfect every time.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go, Ben.
Yeah, it's tougher with that.
Yeah.
You almost have to bend it faster.
Yeah.
If it's if there's not enough springs in the trim.
Yeah.
Like. But you want to do it. You want to do it in a way that it still has the same like the same effect when people hear it, right? Like,
Yeah.
because you can't go like. Because it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that
You know what I mean?
rub,
It has to have that.
the rub.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then as soon as I start pulling it down, I mute the open A string.
Right.
See?
I know, that's the thing.
That's
That's
the
what I
thing.
do too. I'm not sure if it's just the way you rest your hand, like on the neck
Oh,
or what.
TV's turning off. Press any button.
Thanks, Luke.
Yeah, Black Dog verse. Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the footloose thing they were talking about when.
Yeah.
The tone, yeah.
And
I
then
find it hardest to do with my.
hit it here.
What's that?
No! Ah!
Derek's doing some
I-
Cobra Kai Smith
think-
like shit.
I think what you don't get about it, Sam, is that I do mute the A string. It just doesn't sound like I do.
It's the way you're doing
It's-
it.
Like it's fully muted.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just the way it's ringing out.
Yeah.
It's how well the.
Oh.
Yeah. It has.
Robbie says Perfecto's banned from Revv now.
You have to have. You have to have enough of.
I'm banned from Revv.
That was weird, right? I didn't realize I was gonna do that.
I was like, is there a helicopter over here? Something?
Yeah.
The key is making sure the disc doesn't move. Oh yeah. I already know that one. It's
We're at
just
this
not as
point
cool.
of the evening now, boys.
Yeah.
We're good to go. You show, why don't you show us a lick, dude?
I wrote this one this week.
I bet you did.
Wrong key.
It's in C.
It is in C.
Okay.
I think I'm just so used to playing it in D.
What's a good lick? Oh, this one. This one. So, you know how you're doing the tapping thing, right?
Yeah.
So this is. So, oh, sorry.
We're like, yeah, check this thing, and he's like,
That's.
There you go.
Okay, so this one. So it's basically a G major 7. Yeah, but then you tap on this on this G right here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Actually, you can make up your own pattern. It's just more the notes. Yeah,
Well, that's cool.
yeah,
Oh, I like that. The pattern you're doing is cool though, because
Yeah.
the way it's like looping.
So it's a yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, here's the loop. Yeah.
Oh, so you're hitting this right? Okay.
Yeah. And then instead of tapping here, you tap up here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so all the Filipinos are smiling right now.
What is that?
It's from a guitar solo it recorded back in the 90s.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And then you can just play with it. So
That's cool. That's a really cool lick.
yeah. Or you can do there you got it. Yeah. And then if you want to extend it, oh, actually, I like it.
Oh man, there's a lot of things
Yeah.
here. This is cool.
Yeah. 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 And then, yeah. And even if you take out the tapping part, you can. Yeah, that's.
It's very like Celtic sounding. I like it.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, that's a cool shape, dude.
Yeah. See, just running with it.
That's a cool one. I like that. I'm gonna use
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm not gonna rub off your solo, but, but I'll use it. Thanks, man. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
cool lick.
That's great.
I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Riding the GS next GS.
No. You teach Derek another trick. Oh no, we don't need to do that. Restream IO. No.
I don't need any help.
You can do it up here too. Oh, you can do it up here too. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I know that one. That's not much fun though.
Yeah. Oh, this is something that you could do. Not on the Novo, but on like Floyd Rose and stuff.
Yeah. I know
that-
that. Yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't really do well on this guitar, but on a Floyd, I like doing like the.
That's
like
what
you
he
can
just.
pull it down.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
what it
did
is.
that, yeah.
Oh, I couldn't see the angle you were doing it at. I thought you were bending the neck. Yeah,
No.
that's a good one. Yeah, that's a really good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That was cool.
But the other thing too, like with tremolos, regardless what kind,
Yep.
if you can figure out the notes that you bend to, like if you bend the second string to 1 fret,
Yep.
the third string goes to 2 frets. So it's like from here, you can get this interval,
Yeah, that's why you set up the trem that way.
Okay.
right?
Like that's why you float the trem, because you can do like quarter step, half step, whole step with those
Yeah, yeah,
strings
yeah.
and get those intervallic bends going. Yeah.
Right.
And you can almost get like some steel, like pedal steel type.
Pedal
strings.
steel, yeah.
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 That's all Sean stuff.
Yeah.
Like Sean's like the king of. Yeah.
But have you heard of Michael Lee Firkins?
No.
Dude, he was a late bloomer shredder from the Shrapnel days.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
played a Yamaha Pacifica with the Floyd Rose, but He's not the Eddie Van Halen Floyd Rose user. He uses the Floyd Rose for pedal steel stuff.
Cool, man.
So he does a lot of this, and he does
yeah.
like bend the octave.
It works well because you can get the type of flow. Like if you got like the volume pedal and you can do like the swell in thing,
Right,
like you can totally get it with some nice verb on there. Like that's kind of like if I'm ever doing the corporate gig and there's like the steel parts, it's just like tons of reverb, volume, swell in, second position, like you know, like kind of and it kind of works, but nothing like that.
Oh, this one's for Derek. This is for Derek.
Yes. More gain. Turn on the fuzz and make Sam annoyed. Yeah.
No, Perfecto does it better.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
The poly octave
It's
definitely contributes.
All right.
All right.
Ever break a guitar from bending notes by pulling on the headstock? No.
Like Slash.
Well, he played Les Paul, so there's your problem.
Yep.
I've seen it happen. Like
Oh,
I've
yeah,
seen guys go like that and snap.
Yeah,
But
you shouldn't do that. That's what these things are for.
Yeah.
You see Jack's caption for that sound. It's like when you need to pee, but you can't.
Nice.
Kevin, well, Derek's gone next week, and I also, well, maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I'm here yet. I'm leaving next week as well, but we'll figure it out.
Okay, what other questions do you guys have? Because we're already at 2 hours, which
Oh,
is
shit.
normally when we... So you're here for this week, Friday night gig at the...
Osborne Tap House.
Yep.
Nice, yeah.
So our set will be around 10:30, 11ish.
Nice.
Osborne Tap
Yeah.
House.
And then,
What are you playing?
so for the Osborne Tap House, it's more for the Filipino crowd.
Okay.
So it's a lot of my back catalog from the Philippines. So the bands I was in, the songs I recorded. And then for the Long and McQuaid, it'll be more my instrumental stuff. So
Cool.
it'll be more backing stuff. And then if there's anybody like not shy, I might grab somebody from the audience and we'll jam and.
I mean, Derek will be there. So,
Yeah. Okay.
you know.
There you go. Bring the Novo.
You can only do that if you like...
Oh. You only have one condiment on a burger. What would it be?
Oh, man, that's a great question.
Mustard, I agree.
Mustard.
Are we talking like stock white people condiments? Or, yeah.
Yeah, could it be like some form of like mayo?
Like special mayo.
Yeah. Feel awkward about that.
I'm probably just gonna still go
As
with
soon as you
this,
said
but-
it, I was like, this is awkward.
Sriracha mayo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sriracha
yeah.
mayo or
Yeah.
kimchi mayo is actually pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any of the spicy mayos are
Yeah.
acceptable.
Bacon is a condiment. Yes.
Yeah.
Bacon, yeah, okay,
Yes.
cool. If bacon's a
You know what
condiment,
though? I was at High Low, which is like Higher Lows, but High Low, in Minneapolis, and I had smash burger on my way to Sweetwater, right?
Mm-hmm.
Killer smash burger, right? On my way back a week later, I was dropping off an amp to the Pewter Trout D25 we sold. The dude lived on the block that High Low was on, and I was like, it's supper time. I gotta
Yeah.
drive home.
Yeah.
So I went and got a burger, and I was like, oh, you get bacon on it? And I got bacon on it. Made the burger worse. Like,
It can happen.
Yeah,
Honestly,
and
dude,
the-
on just like a straight smash.
yeah, no bacon. The bacon was awesome. Like, it was like thick cut, like apple smoke wood, really great.
Yeah.
But I was like, now I don't taste the smash burger. I taste the...
Yeah.
That was like when I
So,
went to Joyland and
just
ate
saying,
3 crust burgers
Yeah.
by
I think
myself.
Yes.
It was great.
Oh, garlic mayo.
Oh.
Try garlic aioli.
Kevin,
Yes.
Miracle Whip versus mayo? There is no contest. Miracle Whip should just be thrown in the trash.
Yeah. Whip.
Yeah.
Whip.
Whip.
Miracle
Whip.
Whip is like the cheese whiz of mayo.
But hold on. Cheese whiz on hot dogs is awesome.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Cheese whiz on celery sticks at recess.
Oh, yeah. With raisins or no raisins?
No. What?
Yeah.
Have you tried the?
What are we talking about here?
Wait, you've never heard of raisins in it?
That's
ants
terrible.
on a
That
log,
is a
man.
Manitoba thing,
That's
100%.
ants on a
Ants
log.
Yeah.
That and
for
peanut
real.
butter.
Have you tried the Costco TikTok hack?
No.
Costco fast food TikTok hack.
No. What's that?
It's you get a cheese pizza
Yeah.
a chicken bake,
Okay.
and their hot dog.
Yeah, we don't have those here.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
well,
We
next
don't
time
have
you,
chicken bakes
here.
you do Costco run. So
Yeah.
So get the chicken bake.
Okay.
Cut one end in it, stick the hot dog in, stuff the take the cheese topping of the pizza, stuff it in, and chop it up, and that's your bite.
Or you could get poutine.
Yeah.
Oh, poutine.
Yeah.
Ants on a log. That's what Robbie calls it. Ants on a log. That's literally a thing.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
dude,
100% a thing.
That with
Some
peanut
people
butter.
do it with peanut butter. When I was a kid, it was
Poutine
cheese
and
whiz
peanut
with
butter?
no.
Oh,
Peanut
okay.
butter with raisins and celery, or cheese whiz with raisins and celery.
Yeah, I had that all the time.
Yeah.
Celery.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause there's no
terrible,
other
dude.
way to eat
That's
celery.
awful. I would never want that.
Celery. Yeah. Yeah,
Whiz on a Philly.
Oh yeah, okay. On like a chili cheesesteak, that's
Yeah, yeah.
acceptable. Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah.
that's cheese whiz is a weird thing. Like if we're talking about just like shitty gas station nacho cheese, that on everything, like that you can have all the time.
Yeah.
But like actual cheese whiz, yeah, hot dogs are pretty much the only time we can eat them. So yeah. So
No, that's okay. No, I had Teddy Grahams and what?
he grew up
Teddy Grahams are
rich.
the best, dude. What?
Grew up rich. You were talking
I
about
did
never
not. Yeah.
having a squire.
I said lucky.
Teddy Grahams.
Fire.
Oh, Landon Bailey's here.
What's up, Landon?
What's up, Landon?
Oh, we
Oh,
don't have
beaver tails.
Dude,
Yeah,
we don't
yeah,
have
Beaver tails.
We don't have
or-
beaver tails in Winnipeg, do we?
Well, no, but the mini donuts at the Forks are pretty much the same. Like
Okay.
if you go to the Forks and go to the mini donut truck, it's
Oh.
amazing. Yeah, it's basically fried batter with sugar and cinnamon,
Oh.
but it's good.
Oh, Sam didn't try the donuts I brought you guys one nam, huh?
No,
No.
those
It was
were
Bo.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are they from?
The best donuts in LA is like 10 minutes away from me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
the donut man.
Okay.
So they have when it's season, they have strawberry donuts, but their mainstay is a tiger tail.
Okay.
And it's like
Yeah.
this big.
They're so good.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Bo, the cheese whiz is the ultimate. cheese.
Oh, Bo had some. There you go. That's sick.
There,
Yeah.
Bo had some.
That
Yeah,
was the-
Bo posted it on his stories.
That's
I
sick.
saw that. I saw
That's
that.
awesome.
That was the year I got COVID.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get COVID that year.
I think I texted you like
Yeah.
as I was going home. I'm like, shit. Just so you know, I saw you and yeah.
Yeah.
Is a tiger tail like a beaver tail? I don't know. We don't have beaver tails here. That's an Ottawa.
There definitely
thing.
is one in town somewhere.
Okay.
There has to be.
Yeah.
So it's
It
like
might be a
a donut, but
Yeah,
like
it's
like a
essentially
tail.
like no, it's like a pastry, like kind of like a flat bread, I guess, kind
Okay.
of, but like deep fried, and just with like sugar.
Oh, yeah.
like this type of thing.
Oh, okay. So it's like a donut bar.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
It's
but
trash
they're
that
great.
they have in Ottawa and they try to tell us we should like.
I've had Vegemite.
Vegemite's
Oh,
awful.
I've had Vegemite.
did you like it? We have some here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could put some on a spoon for you to have.
No, we have it as a joke.
No, you need it. No, you eat it on toast with butter.
Everyone has said that, and we're like, there's still no way that peanut butter is not better than
No.
this. Like,
Uh,
you know, like,
Yeah.
I could have, I don't know.
Nothing can save it.
nothing. Vegemite. I had
It
that.
tastes like the inside of a hamster cage.
How do you know that?
Yeah, like the smell of the inside of a hamster cage. Fine. I should have added the smell in there. I mean, everyone gets curious every now and then. See what
I've had Vegemite. I've
Yeah,
had
oh,
Vegemite.
it's
Yeah,
not
at
good.
Gear Street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Andrew Morgan's from Australia, and he
Okay.
actually bought. I have it on video somewhere. Vegemite and
Tim Tams.
kangaroo jerky.
Oh,
Yeah.
that I would eat. I had kangaroo when I was in Australia.
Okay.
And-
yeah. It's
and,
not.
crocodile.
It doesn't taste as you expect
See,
it
Kevin?
to.
No, kangaroo.
No. Kangaroo. It doesn't
Yeah, no.
expect as you expect it
tastes.
to.
Like when I had it, it tasted kind of like beef, but just like
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
as gamey as deer. But like
Exactly. It's
yeah.
not as gamey as you would think.
yeah. I had crocodile and it tasted exactly like chicken.
I think you
So-
guys, a pro tip: if you're ever having a bad guitar day, just sit on your hands for 5 minutes.
Nice. All right. If you guys don't have any other Yeah, you heard it. The metal version of it.
To die
To
by
die on
cheese
my
whiz.
cheese whiz.
Yeah.
Bo and I, we're getting a place together after all this is over. Just him and I.
Bachelor pad roll only, ketchup, chips, cheese whiz.
No, salt and vinegar, bud.
Okay.
You keep
Salt
saying,
and vinegar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Who,
that.
Yeah.
who likes ketchup chips? Why do I keep thinking that? I think
It's
it's
just
because
it's
they're
Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't dislike them, but they're not my first
Salt and vinegar
choice.
are the best, yeah.
Have you had all dressed chips yet? Being here? Ruffles all dressed chips? Oh, you're
No.
not
Well, I'll try it. I won't
Yeah.
eat a whole bag.
sure?
I will say, your chip opinions have went way down. I saw you got Arebas in your office.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh no,
Ketchup chips.
Oh dude, those over Doritos, man.
no,
Yeah.
they're so bad.
Oh, they're terrible and good. They're so terrible, but not the Nest
Have you
zesty.
tried chips in
Zesty
Germany?
Mordants.
Have you gone to?
No, because I like German food, but it's got to be like schnitzel or bratwurst with like red cabbage and sauerkraut.
Schweinshax.
What's that?
Oh, the pig hock, the pig leg.
I haven't had that.
Oh yeah.
You know what? You know what I didn't love in Germany was all of the it was currywurst everywhere.
Yeah, the currywurst.
It's fine, but I'm like, where's just bratwurst?
Yeah.
Everywhere I went, and they had shitty pizza at Toman.
No.
Oh, shitty pizza.
No, so next time we'll do the pig hock, the
Okay.
Schweinshax.
Dave, how were those, bud? Did that go well for you?
Fried egg chips.
That's
Fried-
what I was
what?
asking.
Why?
That sounds awful.
I will say Canada destroys the U.S. for chip selection. All
Spicy
the-
dill chips.
Whoa, whatever Mensa Nurse said the best chips are deep fried chicken skin with spiced Filipino vinegar.
Yes.
That sounds amazing.
Yes. Oh, dude. No,
sounds amazing.
Okay, I know. I know what to bring you guys. Deep fried chicken skin. With,
Oh.
Yes.
It's like chicharron with chicken skin.
Chicharron's chicken skin. That's
oh,
it.
man.
That is it. Yeah.
I'll eat it.
It's keto.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
So,
I think we've done it all. Said
Yeah.
it all. Told
Thanks
everybody
for,
what we
thanks
think about
for
chips.
Coming down, man.
Yeah.
It was a lot
yeah.
of
Oh,
fun.
Lot of fun.
thank you for having me, dude. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
So we're gonna get out of here. We'll see any of you guys from Winnipeg on either
Saturday.
Friday night or
Friday night, Osborne Tap
Yeah.
House. Saturday, Long McQuaid, Pemina, Derek, and I will be there hanging out. It's gonna be
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Luke will be at all events from here till the end of time.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I forget.
See, you did it.
B flat.
I don't think it matters when we play at this point.
All right, everybody. See you guys.
I don't think it matters when we play.
Yeah. I won't see you next week. I won't be here. I'm on my way to the Dallas Guitar Show.
I will see you next
Yep.
week. Yeah.
I will see you next week in
Yep.
Dallas.
Yes.
Going to the Hard 8,
Yeah.
getting some barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining
Playing
us,
some
guys.
good guitars and having some fun times.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll see you.
We'll see you guys at either at L&M or on the next one. Sam and Luke maybe on the next one together. We'll see.
We'll see.
'Kay.
Someone will be.
Cheers.
All right. See you guys.
Are we done yet?
Luke's leaving it. We're still sitting here.
That's fun.